A 1 2, 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 a 1 2. We are back at it, man. Wednesday evening. What was it? 6 o'clock in the evening. We over here, man. Let me go on live on my Instagram to let the people know that we over here as well. Let's get this popping. And then we'll get into our list of topics. Comment gang strong. Salute to everybody who's keeping cool on this hot ass day. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into the list of the topics, and big salute to the people who are popping up on Instagram. First of all, we are live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube as usual. We're live on Twitch as well as on X, aka Twitter, as well as Kick. So we're live on multiple platforms. Big salute to the people who are popping up over here on Instagram. Let's get into our list of topics, man. Let's get into our list of topics. Diddy found not guilty on all 3 charges. Everything is happening in real time, so we're going to be doing updates, seeing what's going on in real time with this whole Diddy case. Also, there's more things that are going on here in the Toronto scene. The Flippa GGG stabbing, I'm going to give you guys an update on that and some more details. The beef between Top5 or the GGGs and the up top guys has been getting hotter and hotter, and it's gone over from Top5 versus FB, and WhyG had a crazy crash out the other day, so we'll definitely be covering that. The Drake UMG lawsuit has gotten some more updates. We haven't covered that in a while, so we definitely have to get into that as well. The Weeknd has been killing the game silently. All right. I feel like a lot of people haven't realized that the Weeknd has been on a tour, a stadium tour, and he's been selling out all his tour dates. So I want to talk about that and a few other things that the Weeknd has been up to. I also want to do a Miskeen rapper update. Now, I want to be clear when I talk about Miskeen, I'm not trying to say this in any type of derogatory way. I'm just talking about the rappers who are not into the polys. I want to do an update and see what's going on with some of those artists as well. I also have a conversation I want to bring to the live stream over here about the top Canadian CEOs. All right. Salute to the homie, Everything Alexander. He brought this topic to my attention, and I want to go over it with you all and maybe see what we can get as far as the top Canadian CEOs. And last but not least, legal gun owner strikes back. All right, for all of the people who will be talking about the 2A rights that they have over there in the United States that we don't have over here, our right to bear arms and defend ourselves and all that. Well, one lady did it, and I want to cover it. All right. If you guys have any other topics, spam the chat. Let me know what y'all want to talk about. All right. Comment gang strong. For everybody over here on Instagram, we are live on YouTube, youtube.com/welovehiphop network. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. What's going on, gang? I got the air conditioner right in the cribbo, man. Last week during this heat wave, I was dying. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, man. I want to check a couple of things as far as production before we start. Okay, I can get a little bit crisper on the focus right there. Give me a second here, gang. Let's do some adjustments. Let's make some adjustments. Oh, better. All right. Okay, who's in the chat? Comment gang strong. Let me just make sure those adjustments have been done. Give me a second, gang. I want to make sure everything's good. How's my mic? Okay, mic is good. All right, so comment gang strong. Who's out here? I see Eric Cruz in the chat. Wiz No Fear in the chat. The 7th one SS in the chat. Smash Buttons 1. Salute. Who else is in here? Jones Nadia, salute. Eric Cruz, salute. Pat Lennox, salute. Raw Mind, salute. Jonathan Thompson, salute. Real Tim Man 4747, salute. Good evening, Tasha _Latina in the building. Fall Leafs, what up? Scarborough 85, what up? Scartown in the building. We are out here. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to share this video out on whatever platform that you prefer. Let's get into it, man. I don't even have anything to show y'all. I got an interview that's going to be dropping tomorrow with the homie Rez, who is the creator and director of the movie Box Cutter that's in films right now. Salute to Rez. He's also from back in the days from OTA Live. For the people who the heads out there, y'all remember OTA Live. on the radio on 89.5 or what was it? 88.1 at first. And then they went over to 93.5. So salute to Rez, dropping that interview tomorrow. Got a great conversation that I got going on with him. And I got a couple of other interviews that I'm about to conduct this week. So we'll be loading up the member section. Big thanks to all the members. Members get perks. You get all of the emojis. You get all of that. And you get early previews of the podcast. We get the podcast up one day early before we actually premiere it. So if you all want to watch it early, or any interviews that I do sometimes 2-3 weeks ahead of time, they're always set up in the member section. So salute to all the members. But let's get into this Diddy stuff, man. Diddy has been found not guilty on 3 out of 5 of the charges that he's been charged with. Okay. It's been pretty crazy. Everybody's been keeping track all day, trying to make sure that they're the first to be able to report the verdict that's going out. And the verdict came out. I'll show you guys a few videos since the verdict came out, because Jesus Christ. Oh, actually, before we get into anything, my bad. I want to salute to the sponsors, okay? Let me salute to the sponsors. You know what I'll do, actually, to make my job easier? I'm going to play a couple of videos. Big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club, with delivery all over the GTA and now all across Canada. They got the best selection of flour, edibles, and pens, and all types of goodies that you need. You can find them on their Instagram page, diamondclub_Canada, or you can find them on the 7 Days of Weed app, as well as the Leafy Things app. Let them know that you heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop Network, and they may give you a discount. Big salute to Diamond Club. Cheer! See what I did right there? Easy. Also, I want to give a big salute to Real Hot Grabba. Okay, I got a bag of Real Hot Grabba here. I got a big ass shaker over here from Real Hot Grabba also, okay? They got some really, really hot Grabba. You could also get delivery anywhere that you want in the GTA, okay? Hit them up if you want to get delivery. It's Real Hot Grabba, all correctly spelled, okay? And get your hands on some of this right here, man. That's the hottest Grabba that you can get right now in the city. Also, one more, and then we'll get to our news, and I'll just play the video. I want to take a quick break from this episode to give a big shout out to Only Loud, Canada's one-stop shop for your favorite legacy brands and all things loud. Only Loud provides mail order delivery nationwide and same-day delivery to those in the Ottawa area. Check them out at onlyloud.ca or follow them on their socials, Instagram at onlyloudcanada or on Snapchat onlyloud.ca for more exclusive content. Only Loud is not just a product, it's a lifestyle. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer! Put it in the air. So, let's get to this Diddy stuff, man. Diddy was acquitted on 3 out of 5 of his charges. It's been a wild set of things that have been happening in the courtrooms today or outside of the courtrooms. Videos have been dropping, people pouring baby oil on themselves, all kind of wild stuff, man. There also has been recent updates as far as this in the last hour, where his bail has been denied. So let's go through everything as far as the charges that he got acquitted of, the charges that he got convicted of, and just the reasons of his bail conditions and all that. But let's go over some of the debauchery that happened outside of the courtroom earlier today. I'm gonna pull up a video via Instagram. This is from the Shade Room. It says, "Wait a minute. Court attendees douse themselves in baby oil." Watch this. Low-key, like, I don't want to sound like this, but like I just feel like there's a little bit of Uncle Ruckus coming out of me. And y'all know I'm not one of those type of people that's like hates on my own people, but shit, man. This is some high-level niggatry going on over here. Okay. Enough. And there's more videos here. Like I have a lot of videos. I've been preparing for this moment here. I have a picture here from TMZ that I'm going to pull up. Actually, let's just stay on the gram here. Let's go over to TMZ. So TMZ's been going crazy. Here's the picture from TMZ. Here's the family. King Combs, Mom Dukes, the daughters, Albie Shore's son, Happy, the twins. Holy. And watch Harvey.
In the matter of U.S. versus Combs, count one, not guilty. Sex trafficking of Cassie Ventura, not guilty. Transportation of prostitution, guilty. So count 1 and 2, not guilty.
Wow.
Manna, guilty.
Wow.
All right, so that's sex trafficking, no. Count 1, no. Count 3, yes. Manna.
Sex trafficking, not guilty.
Yes.
Transportation of prostitution, Jane, guilty.
Hold on. You hear how Shorty, she's like, okay, act 3, okay, they got him. Yes. And listen, I'm not here to be a Diddy defender, but at the same time, there's a lot of people on one side of the aisle that are really not happy with Diddy not getting all of the charges. You know what I'm saying? And there's other people who are extremely happy. All right. I ain't going to say it. Y'all can say it. We're live. You know what I'm saying? There's comments that are popping up on the screen, but I'm just saying there's one side of the aisle who's extremely pissed off. Like, oh my God, this is the travesty of the justice system. And then there's other sides that are outside pouring baby oil on each other and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll let y'all say it. Y'all probably say it better than I can.
Wow, so 2 Manna. 2 Manna.
Even though he's found guilty, huge. This is a loss for prosecutors.
In the matter of U.S. versus Combs, count 1, not guilty. Sex trafficking.
All right, and if I go back to the shade room, let's go back to the shade room. Because they had some wild shit going on outside the courtroom. Is this the one I'm talking about? Not this one. Oh, look at this with the family leaving.
Yes! Congratulations, Mama Cole! We here! We swimming, girl! Yeah, Justin! Yeah, Justin! Yeah, Justin! Yeah! We beating it up! Shout out to the girls. Look at the girls right there, y'all. Look at the girls. Looking good. I love y'all, girls. Mama, I love y'all. I love you, Mama. Yeah.
All right. Remember, keep in mind, this is New York City, the diversity in New York City. But let me show y'all something. Just, I don't want to be that. What the hell? I don't want to be that guy, but like, let me show y'all something. Let me go to my YouTube. Let's go to YouTube. Hold on. Let me open a window on YouTube because, shit. I got like 30 windows open. Let's go on YouTube because I have some videos that I've been watching. I've been covering this all day or just keeping up with everything that's been going on all day. So if I go into my history and I just pull up any other creators that are covering this, right? Let's see. Let's find somebody who's pretty popular. Okay, let's go to Penguin Zero.
What an infuriating and sad day. I guess all the baby oil paid off for.
He started off infuriating and sad.
P. Diddy because he was too slippery for the justice system. I cannot believe it. They have now reached a verdict on all the charges, and he has been acquitted of the most serious ones. The Lord of Lube wiggles his way out of it somehow, despite overwhelming evidence to support the allegations against P. Diddy about the decades worth of evil criminal activities and actions he has done. Terror.
Now listen, don't get it twisted. I'm not here saying that Diddy didn't do no evil shit. You know what I'm saying? That we didn't see the video of him beating up Cassie in the hallway of the hotel and stuff like that. I'm not even trying to deny that. And I'm not going to say that I'm not repulsed by the freaky things that came out during all of the testimonies with the nipple rubbing and the jizz and all them types of wild shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even going to act like I'm not freaked out by the freak offs. All right. But at the same time, like, is he guilty of the RICO? No. As far as having a Bad Boy as a criminal organization to help further his criminal cause, the court, the justice system that everybody is so, pro-justice when it works for them, but anti-justice when it doesn't, said, you know what? He's not guilty of the RICO. So the way people are like, oh my God, it's a travesty of the justice system. Who? All right? Like, I'll say the quiet part out loud. I think a lot of white people are mad at this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean to make it a black or white thing, but I feel like there's a lot of white people who are like super pissed off. Like, they had him as guilty as charged. No matter what was coming out in the courtroom, as far as the testimony as it was unraveling, like, it was like, no, we have to lock this monster up. And it's like, yeah, lock him up if he's guilty. But if he's not, you're going to tell me, oh, it's because he's rich? Harvey Weinstein's in jail. He's rich too.
Rising the music industry and so many individuals, it seems like the dawn of dildos is about to get away with a slap.
They got R. Kelly. Who else did they got who got money? They got, what's his name? Epstein. He got crazy money. It's not like they don't lock up rich guys.
On the wrist. And maybe not even that much. He's been found guilty on 2 of the lesser charges, which could carry a maximum of 20 years in prison. But I've completely lost faith in the system here. I have to imagine this is all just now horseradish and barnacles. I think he will probably just get...
Man said he's lost faith in the system. All right? And listen, I mess with Charlie, man. It's not even on some, oh, what's up with these guys, man? You guys are being racist. I don't even think that they are. I just feel like there's one side of the aisle that's super upset about this. And then there's people who are like straight celebrating. You know what I'm saying? So, and I noticed that right away. It screamed at me. I'll show you some more celebrations. I had to ask in a poll. I asked, is Diddy the new OJ? Because the same thing happened with OJ. People in hindsight, R.I.P. OJ Simpson, but in hindsight, people were like, yeah, that nigga guilty. But at the time when everything was read out, when the charges were read out and the verdict was read, and it was like not guilty, Black people in their homes were jumping around, not guilty. Yes, they didn't get us for something, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not that people, I don't even think that people felt that he was innocent. It was more like, bro, you guys get away with mad shit. And I don't even know. I was too young to even rationalize it, to be honest. What do y'all think, man? What was it back then when OJ got off? Because don't tell me that there wasn't people who weren't thinking OJ was guilty. But it was like, bruh, there was like a racial component to it where people were like, they felt that connection. You feel me? But let me show y'all what was going on, other things that were going on outside the courtroom. And thank you for TMZ for clouding this out. Watch Uncle over there going crazy.
I told y'all this to get off. Who gonna give it? Yes!
Is this the one? No, hold on. Let me see here. Because there was one where it says there was like a freak off happening outside of the courtroom. Is that post already gone? Hold on. Let me find it. I have all my links ready here. Let me see. Oh, they took it down. They took it down. It was probably because of the titties. I see it's also on Live Bites, but I ain't gonna go over there and check it out because on Live Bites they took the cloud off of the titties, so I'm not even gonna show that. However, we did predict this. Okay, we made this prediction about Diddy getting free on Sunday. Actually, it wasn't even that long ago. If I go over to my YouTube channel and hit us up on YouTube, if you haven't subscribed, you know what I'm saying? Stop dissing, subscribe. If we go back to YouTube, we made this prediction a while back. Let me see if I can find the clip here. Here's what I'll do. Okay, right here.
It's like it kind of like it sounded good in headlines, but the moment they got to court, there was things started to fall apart a little bit. I was following it early on, but then as I saw with like the Cassie stuff and then the 50 Cents like baby mom and stuff, I'm like, okay, like this is just some super freaky stuff, but like does it fall under like federal crimes? Like, what do you think?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think he'll get one of the charges at least out of the ones that they're charging with, but not the one that holds the maximum of life in prison. Like the one, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it might be the extortion one that has like, or the RICO one is what gives him the maximum 25 years, right? But if it's just like, you know, S trafficking, he might get like 10 to 15 years.
So he's pretty much getting 10 to 15 years for being a John at that point.
Basically.
And he'll probably.
So, and that was on Sunday when we were having this, when we were recording that. So I think our predictions were pretty on point. You know what I'm saying? He got convicted of 2 out of the 5 charges. Now, as far as him not being able to come home today, that's not going to happen. His sentencing still has to happen. Let me see if there's any updates. Diddy denied bail. Let's do that. But yeah, he was denied bail as far as getting bail to come home and wait for his sentencing from at home, right? Let's see here.
Related charges. Each count carries a maximum sentence of 10 years. His lawyers are asking that he walk free while he awaits sentencing. CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson joins me now. Is that what we're going to? Hi, Jessica. Okay, I believe we have an announcement from the judge about whether or not Sean Diddy Combs will be released. Tell my audience what that announcement is.
So it looks like right now the judge is denying bail, meaning that he will not be released pending the sentencing hearing. I want to emphasize that there are 2 things happening basically at once. Today is about the conditions of release, if any, and it looks like the reporting from inside the courtroom is that Sean Combs will not be released on bail. The judge right now is going through a number of different reasons. Again, very quick reporting indicates that the judge is citing to the defense attorney's own statements during the case that Sean Combs is a violent person, has had violent personal relationships. But of course, the defense said that doesn't mean he's guilty of racketeering. It looks like the judge is now using those statements to say he should be denied bail. Separate, what we know is that there will be a sentencing hearing. The prosecution has said, we're going to ask for a good deal of time. We don't know exactly what that is. And the defense obviously...
Well, hold on. The max that they could give him on each charge is 10 years. So unless they run it consecutively instead of concurrently, then the max he'd be looking at is 10 years. He's been gone for about 6 months. I don't know if over there in New York, the counting is days, day for day, but I don't know. He's probably not getting no 10 years, bro. Especially if he got 3 of those, the 3 most major charges acquitted. He ain't looking at no 10 years, B.
Wants no time at all. So 2 different hearings on 2 different issues. The sentencing is not today.
Right. And Jessica, to remind the audience, Sean Diddy Combs has been in custody since September. Is it, and I know this is not a typical case, he is by far not a typical defendant, and these are not typical.
So 9 months. And part of the reason that they said that they're denying the bail, they're saying that there was a letter from Cassie's lawyer saying that she was afraid for her life and stuff like that. If he is released on bail. One thing I also want to say about this, there's a lot of people who are really counting Diddy out, and I'm not saying, oh, you know, free Diddy, oh my God, he's the man. He's a disgusting human either way, right? But there was a lot of people who, like, for example, we just watched with Penguin Zero, or Shorty who does Rotten Mangoes, right? Stephanie Sue. A lot of different people have been super not objective by the way they've been covering this. Okay, they've been kind of calling him guilty from the beginning while they're doing their different coverage on the case or different little YouTube videos and stuff like that. Like, we're just YouTubers. We're not real journalists. You know what I'm saying? So in the end of the day, yes, there are going to be some people who throw a little bit of opinion in there, but it depends on how popular you are in this YouTube algorithm. I would imagine if Diddy is able to walk, I ain't trying to say that, you know, he's going to be out here putting hits out, but there's a few people who kind of rub them the wrong way, I would think, while reporting this whole thing. Even with TMZ, like, there's people in there that were like, it looked like they were mad that he got acquitted. I would think that wouldn't go over so well with somebody who might be coming home just now. You might just want to watch your tone with the way you're talking about Diddy. I'm just saying.
Typical charges,
myself included. I got to go back on what content. I'm not going to erase the content, but we've said a bunch of wild shit about Diddy. So there's a lot of people who I'm not going to say going to be eating their words, but they might be like, hey, yo, you know, I didn't mean all that shit, bro. Come on, man. You know, we just talk. We get on our platforms. You know, I didn't think you were guilty.
but if you have been incarcerated and found guilty of some of the charges,
everybody get a little freaky sometime. Come on, bro. Ain't nothing. Let's build. Let's link.
Alleged by a jury, is it typical that you remain in custody?
So it depends. It's a really good question. It depends on how long you've been in custody. It looks like, again, based on reporting from what's happening right now, that the judge is saying that the pre-trial detention was mandatory. And the judge is going to look at what typically happens when you have been found guilty of what happened in this case, what's called a Mann Act violation. And so I think your question is so well crafted in the sense that this is not a typical defendant, but we want to treat this in as typical a way as possible in the sense of what generally happens. He was detained pre-trial. The judge has said that was mandatory. You didn't fall within one of the exceptions. What now happens when you've been convicted of two of those particular charges? That's what the judge is going to be looking at. And again, right now, considering it sounds,
this guy is facing 10 years for being a freak. That's crazy. That's insane work right there. What was I gonna look for? Somebody asked. Oh, yes, I was gonna address somebody in the comments here. Let me find that comment. Salute to 8 Mobius 8. He says, "Wonder what 50 got to say." 50's been posting. He's been posting a little something. I don't want to call it mad because keep in mind, like, Jane Doe is supposed to be 50's baby mother. Everybody else in the media, as far as like the black media, has been like, yo, 50 baby mama. But you know, a lot of like other medias are saying Jane Doe, and I guess that's just for legal reasons as well. If I go to this here, he made an AI picture of himself. He's been using that grok crazy, yo. Says, did he beat the Rico? Boy, a bad man. Clapping emojis. He like the gay John Gotti. What is this? 50 Cent action. Hold on. Let me just sidetrack for a second. Oh, okay. My bad. And then he got some more posts here. What is 50 Cent actions? Oh, that's what I just looked up here. He made another AI photo of himself. Okay, going crazy with the AI, the Chat GPT, you know, exhausting his Chat GPT membership. He says, "Get the F off my page talking about I'm supposed to be scared of the gay Teflon Don." Okay, so he been talking. You know what I mean? He's I don't know if he's going to go forward with doing his Netflix documentary. If they are going forward with it, they might have to change the ending. A happy ending. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. But I'm saying people might have to be talking a little different. The tone might have to change a little bit around Diddy now at this point, because, like, goddamn, you know what I mean? This nigga, he had a lot of people clowning him. No Diddy was the catchphrase for like how long? You know, I think we can still run to no Diddy, maybe, but he got acquitted. Niggas might have to talk a little different. That's all I'm saying, man. But as far as what's going on with his bail conditions and stuff like that, we will keep the people updated. You know, this is the biggest case that's been going on in hip hop history right now as far as court cases. And if anything, we can say a W for Black excellence and a W for hip hop. Maybe. I don't know. I feel weird even calling it a W, because same way, Diddy is still a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? So no salutes. We're just moving on. I want to give you guys a quick update on this Flippa GGG stabbing. Right, I made a video a couple of days ago about an incident that happened with Top5's affiliate, or Top5's homie, Flippa GGG. He's been serving time, just for the people who are outside of this whole Toronto scene. He's been serving time for 2 life sentences for 2 different murders that happened a couple of years back. And since then, he's been very active online. Even while he was awaiting trial, he's been active online. We've seen videos of Flippa in jail. We've seen a lot. Okay. Now, the report happened, or the reports that came out, was he was airlifted to hospital after a stabbing that happened in a Vancouver prison, or a BC prison. Okay. Now, I went and did a little research myself, and I don't know if that shit is true, man. Don't get me wrong. I don't feel like we reported fake news in any type of way, but I don't know if all of the details are true, as far as even where he was, if he's in Vancouver, if he's over here in Ontario, or I mean BC, or if he's over here in Ontario. I don't know. And even just, I did a little bit more research on my own, just to see if I can find some stuff. Like, you know what started throwing me off is the comments, right? Comment gang strong. I fuck with you guys. You guys always add extra insight after the videos are posted, or while we're here doing our live streams and stuff like that. And here's the video that I was talking about. I put out this video a couple days ago. So to anybody who's tapped into the video, but I pinned a comment here on the top saying, he's in Kent. I live across the street from there. I can see the yard from my house. There was a helicopter and ambulance rolling there. So I'm not gonna listen. I don't feel like people in the comments, unless they're super like ops, have a reason to lie. So I don't think that this person's lying here. Let me go through. Let me see if I can do a comment filter. Sort by newest first. So this is another one that kind of threw me off. He says, "Nah, I don't believe this. Flippa was not in Stony Mountain Penitentiary and got stabbed the F up. Caught up lacking by, okay. So he was in Stony Mountain Penitentiary, not in Stony Mountain. So he was in Stony Mountain Penitentiary, got stabbed the F up, caught lacking by a guy's unrelated to any of that beef. However, this person here, and listen, this is just a comment. He says he's dead now. Laugh out loud. This is not a laughing matter. Flippa couldn't pull through. You heard it here first. Shout out B-Side and CMB. I don't know who those people are. Young Smitty said Flippa would just respond if that is true. Yo, the thing is, even when you go to his Instagram account, like he had turned off his Instagram account immediately after it first happened, right? And listen, I'm not saying, oh, that people in the comments, they know everything and that shit is true and blah, 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 blah. I'm just saying that from even different little pieces of research that I did, do I still have those windows open? let's do this. I'm gonna open a new window, and then we'll go look up some of these places. Because it's one thing to go off of the internet and be like, yeah, the Reddit said that he got stabbed up. Smash buttons, no. I don't think he's passed away. That's literally a comment in somebody in the comments talking shit. So if I go to CSC, here's what I'll do. I can go to my history here and my stuff because I feel confident going through my search history over here. Let's pull up what I was looking at yesterday. We'll find it. Okay. So here's the site that I was on. Government of Canada. News articles. All right. So this is all the news articles that come out. Seizure and contraband. Recapture of inmate in Stony Mountain institution. Stony Mountain is the institution that they were talking about in the comments, right? All right, let me make sure this is on the screen. Okay, perfect. Let's go to this one here. June 26th, Stony Mountain, and that's in Manitoba. Approximately 8:30 p.m., June 25th, inmate Jason Van Wyck was apprehended by Winnipeg police. The inmate has been unlawfully at large from minimum security, and this is a minimum security prison. So right there, that dispels that comment right there. Stony Mountain being a minimum security prison, Flippa's not going to be in a minimum security prison. I can guarantee that. Okay? So if I go through just the news articles, I don't see anything. You know what I'm saying? I could put in stabbing. North Vancouver. Police investigation. So there's police investigations of stabbings and stuff like that. March, June 24th. I don't see anything on Correction Services Canada about anything like of a stabbing and airlifting and stuff like that. I'm not saying that it didn't happen. The Reddit has been extremely quote unquote helpful with this. You know what I'm saying? Dan Jr. says the stabbing story is true. Like I said, I'm not denying that the stabbing happened. I'm just saying I'm not finding any other information on it when I go through any of these websites and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If I go on Reddit, and we'll just go and do a cold Reddit. 1 second. Let's pull up Torontology before we go on Reddit, just so that we don't get any NSFN or NSFWs. So let me just see if there's any updates on Flippa. We'll do a scroll because we don't even have to do a search. It'll be like near the top. And don't get me wrong, when it first happened, he had turned off his Instagram. Still no get back for. Yo, Reddit is a toxic place. Like super toxic. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I don't see anything that gives any more details. And usually this would be the place to come to get all of the actual details, to be some kind of report. Look, they're over here letting people know, fake lean alert. I suggest anybody who hasn't, and this is Torontology's Reddit. Let's go over to Torontologist. Right? Anybody who's not tapped into any of these Toronto Reddits, tap in. Even tap into the We Love Hip Hop Canada Reddit as well. To get all Canadian related things. But yeah, there's nothing that's giving any update on what's going on with Flippa. You know what I'm saying? YG speaks on Flippa.
Let me take a piss. But yo, make sure Flippa is 30. I heard he's shaking it. Yo, I heard that Flippa's mash up. Yo, make sure he's neat. Heard him boy does mash up.
Hold on, let me adjust this comment here. Jimenez says he was right Friday. Stop capping for Fed 5. I'm not capping for anybody. Like I said, and I'll say it again, I'm not denying the fact that there was some kind of altercation and stuff. I made my news report before. I said that he was airlifted. He got into an altercation, they said, with an indigenous inmate. I did all of my due diligence to make sure to make the news report as right as possible. But after a while, by looking through the comments, people are saying different things. It makes me inclined to, as a quote unquote, hold on, let me show the quote unquote journalist, to go dig a little deeper. So when I start going on to like official websites where I feel like this information would be there, I don't see it. I'm not saying it didn't happen. We also just went through Canada Day. It's the second. It's where Canada Day was yesterday on a Tuesday. Monday, probably there wasn't a lot of people in the offices, if any, in any government offices. So they might have not updated any of the websites as well. I thought about that as a possibility too. It's not like, so I'm not here trying to deny the shit. I'm just saying I'm not seeing it on any of the official websites. And you would think that when things like that happen, especially things that are that serious, you would see it on official government websites. That's all I'm saying.
Don't get 35 drunk. 35 drunk? Yeah, I just took a piss. I just taking a piss in the cons. Holy fuck. Don't me. I was just taking a piss in the cons right there. But yo, take this in. Flippa got Nutty bopping, punching my hips. Yo, stop playing the net. You can have the net. We have real life. You can perks the net. I know about real life though. We all know about real life though. You can have the net. Bottom on PC, goof bitch, for dead. But you know who has real life? Nutty bopping.
I don't like that naughty bopping thing. That shit makes my stomach turn when people do that naughty bopping thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? From even when it started happening in the New York drill from the young man who lost his life, and I started seeing that become a trend, I was like, that shit makes my stomach turn when mans do that move, bro. Like, you guys have really taken it down to the depths of hell when it comes to the hate, bro.
You know who has that naughty bopping, you hoe? You little hoe ass nigga. For dead bottom on. PC. President choice. Bitch ass nigga. Forget smoked, idiot. Stood over. And my pants is not even buttoned up properly, but you know it's LV belt, LV pants.
Fire.
So let me see if you can see the LV pants. You see that? Louis V pants. You couldn't even tell they're Louis V pants. It looked like a Levi's Louis V pants. Door, me. Louis V pants. Yo, tell Flippa to fix up. Yo, heard he's shaking in the hospital. Hope he survives. Whole ass nigga. Suck your mom, bitch. Boy.
Whew. Toronto. We're gonna get back to YG later on, man. We're gonna get back to YG later on for sure. But like I said, just from going through the net here and just looking for any updates on Flippa. Obviously, if there is no updates, you're not going to see any updates. But as far as like more information, I'm usually used to seeing like an influx of information just streamlining after something happens. Like not even information, speculation at least. Like, oh, he was stabbed because of this, oh, this is what really happened. You know what I'm saying? Somebody from inside starts talking, they gotta get on the phone with somebody from outside, and they start just adding more context or speculation, let me reiterate, to the situation. And I have nothing else as far as that. Like after doing my my due diligence, I can find nothing on those websites. You know what I'm saying? So we'll leave it there for now. Right? Like I said, I'm not even here to pick a side or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I think you guys know that about me at this point, right? I hope. But I'm not completely convinced of everything that's happened there. That's what I'll say. Okay. Sandy Wong is going hard in the paint. Salute to you, Sandy Wong. Says Friday. Are you picking sides? No. I'm picking side. We love hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. Just let me just touch on that quick fast. Carol says, professional fence sitter. No, I just don't know any of these people personally. My relationship with any of these people are from a business standpoint. Like, I run a media platform. I interview people for a living. So a lot of the relationships that I have with these people are based on either interviews, potential interviews, speaking behind the scenes because I cover news stories. And sometimes people hit me up and be like, I don't like that news story, or you got these details wrong. So any relationship that I have with any of these guys is not a prior relationship to us, me talking on these microphones. We're generations apart. So there would never be I can't see a reason. It'd be weird where it's like I'm hanging out with these guys outside of this, or I know all of these mans who are like 20 years younger than me from back before I started doing a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Especially if none of these guys are from the same hood as me, right? I just say that's all I'm saying. I have no reason to have affiliations with these guys. And even when I was in the streets, I didn't put myself as part of any gangs or any affiliations, any blocks, anything like that. Yes, there's people who associate me with Parkdale, but I haven't lived in Parkdale since 2009. So I don't know. I'm from Montreal. When I walk around Toronto, I know what places not to go, or especially back when I was doing my shit, I knew what places not to hustle, and I knew what places to go and get my money. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been very friendly to downtown, because downtown I feel like it's just open territory. But as far as affiliations to any of these guys and their hoods, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it's just never had an opportunity. But yeah, let's move on though. There's just staying on this in a way, the beef that's been going on between Top 5 and the BFR guys, that's still going on, obviously, but it's extended to a whole different place, man. These guys have been saying things to the point of no return. Like, I don't think these guys will never, ever F with each other ever again, man. It's to the point where it's like, damn, bro, were you guys ever cool? So let me see if I can find a couple of clips here. There was one thing that I was looking at earlier. FB was beefing with Top 5. And I'll go on to the gram. Let's go to the gram. Let's go to the gram. I think it was T.TV where I saw this. Yeah, here we go.
In the courts, nigga. In the courts, nigga.
All right. So what are we looking at over here? I guess this was from Top 5. He deleted his snap, but he had posted while he was in there. So, okay. Here we go. Hey, FB, you fat F. You forgot there's no get back for Houdini, LG, and Ro. All right, no comments or anything. Laughing, crying emojis. The biggest bitch block I've ever seen. Ask yourself who you was depending on to hop on the V, or hop on that V. And then this is FB responding. And salute to FB, man. FB drops a lot of dope music, man. I think FB is very underrated when it comes to this underground Toronto rap shit. He responded saying, PC goof, all you do is play internet games and get people killed. Waste you. So keep it up and stop acting like you're looking for me, you little rat. Only thing you looking for is an early casket. Jesus Christ. Listen, gang, I'm sorry. We're getting into the deep depths of fuckery right now, all right? So excuse me for the Toronto rappers right now and the things that they say, all right? So Top 5 says in his stories here, Talib twin committed suicide. I could never rate that. Laughing, crying emojis. And Wasi was scared of jail. Pulled a quick suicide or mission. Yo, that's a crazy accusation right there. Hold on, we need to. Whew. Let that breathe for a second, bro. We got to get it off the screen for a second, man. Like the vibrations have gone like down into the floor right there, man. Jesus Christ. I don't even have any sage in my room. But y'all see what I'm saying about point of no return? These niggas are just digging in like, you know what I'm saying? Like the lowest blows pause that you could even think of. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we're going back in. Holy shit, man. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. I'm like, I gotta like take it in first before I read it out loud. If I tear my ACL at ball runs, I bet BFR would claim it. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Gang, do you think that these guys will ever find some kind of resolution to this shit? Like I literally just played a video just now of my boy WhyG going crazy, talking crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, man, like it kind of started from this. Well, it started from before, but it got turned back up again from something that I think I have it posted on my Reddit. When Top 5 went over to Driftwood right here. Right after the Adam 22 shit. All right. So I don't know.
Make them niggas respect your name. Shut off, you ain't playing no games. Try that bitch on.
I don't know if they're shooting a music video for real because Top 5 hasn't dropped any music. But hey, maybe that's the plan. Maybe he's about to come back with some music. Maybe he's about to come back on the old shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like there's only so much time you can go without making any music. These niggas have dissed you on tracks. Presses dissed you on tracks. Who else? Bundog dropped a heater, and Bundog's track went viral. So I don't know. I'm gonna ask you guys in the comments here. Can this ever be resolved? Because the way these guys are going on, bro, it's gotten to the point of no return. That's all I'm saying. For me and my friends, if this is the way that me and my friends were talking to each other because we got into some kind of beef, no matter what the beef is, it's like, bruh, that's how you feel about me, fam? Like, for real? All right, bro, I don't think we could ever be friends again, bro. Like, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We'll advance the conversation because WhyG chimed in and he crashed. He, like, crazy crashed out. All right, let me go back on Torontologist. And he crashed out so crazy. My bad. He crashed out so crazy that they had to make it a 2-part series. All right. NSFW, that type of crash out. So I might even need to block out some of this. So here we go. Let me double check. Yo, mans were like, yo, this nigga's, hold on. Let me make sure we're not showing anything crazy on the screen. Mans are like, why is he chupsing up the escort? But I don't know. That might be his girl, bro. Y'all need to chill. Guidelines. Yo, what the fuck is going on?
What the hell?
What the hell is going on? Hold on a second. Yo, YG is going off, bro. He hasn't even said anything yet, man. Just his life right now. This man's chupsing up the thing on camera. Oh, we're live? Oh, hi, guys. Well, my name's YG, and I got a message for you. You know them ones there, like a television commercial? Like they just act like they're in the middle of something, and they're like, oh, hey there. How's it going? If you're looking for the best car prices in town, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we're watching you. Like, you're live. The live feature's on.
Yo, 6 months. You already know what's going on, bro. What the hell? Put the helicopter emoji 6 months so I can pin that shit, nigga. If you're not putting the helicopter emoji, I don't even rate you, dog. Yo, all I want to see in my comments right now is helicopters. You know, yo, if you're not on, this is XXX. You turn off your camera if you're not on XXX wave, bro. Pornhub. And this is Pornhub right now, B. GGGK Pornhub. Suck. Yo, I heard that Flippa's dead. He can't even get nons right now. Inshallah, he survived, Corona.
This man said it's the corn hub? It's the hub?
Heard he got like 100,000 stab wounds. You little hole. Yo, YV. Yo, shout out my dog YV. 1,000 views and we're pretzel. And you have to pretzel it. You already know how we go on already, YV. Put that to 1,000 views and this pretzel gang. Yo, all I want to see in my comments is pretzel emojis. If you don't have pretzel emojis, don't comment. Helicopter emojis and pretzel emojis. That's all I want to see. If you're not posting helicopters and pretzels, don't even post. Because I never really seen a helicopter or pretzel in my life.
Yo, people ain't shit, bro. This nigga put like a gazillion helicopters in the chat right there. I just asked in the comments right here, is this YG's most legendary crash out ever? Because this is only part 1, and this is exactly 6 minutes and change. So I don't know if he's been like storing this up for months, for years, and he's like, listen, man. And another thing, you know them ones there? Like he just been like, yo, I've been waiting to tell y'all niggas how much I just don't fuck with your energy. Like, whoa.
I never even seen a helicopter in real life. I never even been in that helicopter. The fuck? How is niggas in jails getting in helicopters before me and I'm on road? Free man, $1 million man. Million right now. Million cash and $1 million crypto. Why can't I fucking even see a pretzel? Why can't I see a pretzel or a helicopter?
Like he looks, I'm not even gonna say cheese because man to be like, I'm not cheese, I wasn't cheese, but like his aggression is on 10.
I ain't even been in a helicopter and I'm $1 million nigga. Yeah, whole ass niggas. You guys are hoes, dog. All I want to see in my comments is straight helis. If it's not a helicopter or a pretzel, suck your mom. You know how we rock already. Suck your mom. EBK. EBK. You fucking goofy. Everybody gets killed. Post.
I was about to ask you guys what did that stand for, but he clarified it.
See, you know how we rock already. I don't need a next block. I don't need a next member. I don't need a next gang. I have a fucking 100 million. 100 million.
Listen, and no disrespect, salute to YG, but dare I say, and again, I'm going to reiterate before I make the statement right here. Dare I say, he's giving like this Moolah first energy, like final boss energy right there. No, am I wrong, gang? Like I know YG, he gets on his rants. He goes on rants. I've seen him on a ski-doo in the middle of a snowstorm, and he decided to get off the ski-doo and give people a rant. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, as far as like the aggression in his voice, like looking like he's about to go crazy, like punch the camera. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting that Moolah first energy right there. Respectfully, I know those guys don't get along, you know what I'm saying? All of that other stuff, you know what I'm saying? But that's hype, bro.
Right to step and boss your head, pussy. Breesh. Get your breesh up, little Woody. Stop capping for the net and get your little breesh up. Breesh. That's all it costs, little bitch asshole. Breesh.
I'd be pausing at the craziest places. Trisha A says, so he's basically having a mental health crisis. So he's having a mental health crisis, basically. I'm not saying that Moolah be having that. I think Moolah, he kind of plays for the camera too. Like Moolah's not having a mental health crisis. Don't do that to Moolah. He's the final boss. Him getting up on the table is not him having a mental health crisis. We're going viral, man. It takes a little bit of craziness, but hey, we all a little crazy, aren't we?
Yeah, the whole ass nigga. Get me to 1,000 followers like my nigga YB said. I'm pretzeling. You'll see a pretzel on live right now. You didn't even see a pretzel on live yet, little bitch.
What does he mean by pretzel? Put me on, gang. I think I know what it means. Right? This person's asking right here, what you mean by pretzel? I'm asking the same question. And I know I'm an old head, but like this person's probably way younger than me, and they want to know too.
And return. And we're TT. You're probably messaging my Snap right now. My acronyms. But guess what? My Snapchat phone's dead. So haha. Can't even hit me.
Smash buttons. Don't do that. I'm not laughing at the mental health aspect. I know mental health is not a joke, man. But as far as the Moolah first don't have mental health issues, man. He's just an entertainer, okay? That's what I'm laughing at. Come on, don't do that, man. Don't get all Libby on me, man.
Yeah, my you. Oh, shit. I know they're messaging me, yo, saying, yo, Crow, come off live, Crow. But guess what, Cronem? That phone dead off, dog. I don't even see those messages, my you.
Really? People are trying to tell him to get off the live? I don't know about that, bro. Popcorn's out.
Better luck next time. Right now it's pretzel time. If you don't have a pretzel, I don't even want to rock with you.
Gang, please put me onto this pretzel shit, man. You guys are supposed to be smarter than me. And I see Scarborough 85 says, laugh out loud, we old. Somebody put me onto this pretzel talks, bro. Like shit, man. It's actually aggravating my brain now because like I'm trying to move on with the man's crash out, but I'm stuck on the pretzel thing, fam. I don't know what that means. Pretzel is girl, like twist her up. Chat GPT, good idea. Yeah. Chat GPT up. Hold on. We'll be back. 35. We'll be right back. Let me go do a quick search up things. What does pretzel mean in street slang? We'll get to the bottom of this, gang. Okay. So, in street slang, pretzel has a few meanings depending on the context, often drawing from the snack-twisted shape of cultural associations or cultural associations. Here are the primary slang uses. Twisted or confused situation / person. Pretzel can be describe someone or something tangled, complicated, or confusing, like a knot shape of the knot shape of a snack. For example, calling someone a pretzel might mean that they're acting goofy, awkward, or emotionally messed up. Example, bro, you're a pretzel trying to figure out that drama. I don't know about that one. I don't know about this manipulation. First, you guys who were saying that it might be him twisting up the gal. Physical or sexual connotation. Pretzel is something is used to describe a physical, twisted, or contorted position, often in a sexual context, like a pretzel X position, where bodies are intertwined. It also refers to an intimate physical closeness, like cuddling in a tangled way. Example, they were pretzeling on the couch all night. All right, let's go to insult or derogatory term. In some cases, it's a playful or mild insult for someone seen as a pretentious, dry, or unpleasant, comparing them to the snack's salty, bland nature. Example, that guy's totally a pretzel, acting all high and mighty. I don't know about that one right there. No, I'll never grow up, man. Stop it. That's no fun. What the hell? I'll grow up. You grow up.
All I know is pretzels. Bend up, fold up like a pretzel.
Oh! Idiots. We did all that searching for nothing. See, yo, listen, I'm not condoning of any of the fuckery, but at least he's providing us context to the slang. Because YGB, he's like a slanglistic expert. You know what I'm saying? So at least he's giving us context.
That phone dead off, dog. I don't even see those messages, my you. Better luck next time. Right now it's pretzel time. If you don't have a pretzel, I don't even want to rock with you.
Hold on. That's not how he meant it. Scartana 101. He says, fam, you're guaning like a pretzel right now. I'll give you some points for context though, but that's not what YG means. But we could add that to the dictionary. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna add that.
All I know is pretzels.
Pretzels.
Bend up, fold up like a pretzel. Idiots.
Bend up, fold up like a pretzel. And now I understand.
Bend up, fold up like a pretzel, you idiots.
Hold on. Let me make sure that this guy doesn't freaking show no ass on the screen, because, bro.
I don't even have the TV on. Yo, you know when the TV's not on, that your TT. Yo, when the TV's not on, that's how you know it's just straight them time there. You know when the TV's not on, it's them time there. But you guys don't even want to see pretzels because you're not getting me to 1,000 followers, 1,000 viewers. So once it doesn't see 1,000, I know you guys don't even want to see pretzels. Beat it. Suck your mouth. GGGK, idiots. No TV gang, you idiot. Pretzels. Make sure you guys go bend up your arm like a pretzel, you idiot. Fold it up.
Man, it's Chester, bro. He's just fucking up the phone, hand all over the speaker. Shorty's trying to get the wazzles. Yo, hold on. Are they actually engaging in activity at the same time as he's doing his crash out? I really hope, because I'm not trying to show down on the screen, fam. We're not trying to get this shit demonetized, bro. Yo, I'm sorry, man. It sounds like the man struption. It doesn't sound like they're smooching. So, at first, I thought he was strupsing. This guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Until I realized what that sound was. What the fuck is going on? Oh. What the fuck am I hearing? Javon Sadler, listen, fam, you're gonna have to circle back in like 10 minutes, okay? Because there's still a part 2. This is only the first video of the crash out, okay? Let the man crash properly, bro. Let him land. Holy shit, man. Let the nigga land. Let him land his plane. What the hell? Yo, fire. I'm not trying to hear a man's moaning and shit. Fire.
Holy dog. Hold on. The other person? I have to take off. I have to unbuckle these.
Yo, hey, guidelines. Guidelines.
Take off this.
Okay, enough. All right, kids, enough. Get a room. Well, they're in their room. It's getting too hot, man. Holy shit, man. Underground Nation, what up, man? You here for the high level fuckery, man? You're just in time, right? NSFW.
She's ready.
I'm sorry, man. I can't stop laughing at this guy's smile, fam.
Yo, get me to 1,000 if you want to.
Blood clot.
Boom, boom, boom. Whole ass nigga, don't get me drunk, cause I will get me drunk. I know what the real Eros is. My Kofi, but he's pretzel, gal, everything like pretzels. They get full up, bing, full up, yo, curl up and fold up like pretzel, gal, everything, ops, everything, bomber cleats.
Whoa.
Stop going to yo, you little hoe.
Fam, how you figure that she's a trailer trash, fam? We can't even see her face, fam. Let the man cook.
Oh, now I don't even see a couple of pretzels in the comments.
We're gonna skip past this, all this shit over here, cause bro,
there's not 1,000 followers. There's not no pretzels. I don't even know what's going on. That's how I know you guys are not even bending up your nannies. You guys are not bending up nothing. You guys are bottom ones like Monty. You guys are fucking mon like Monty. Eh? Let me find out you guys are gonna waltz like Monty. Little bottom ones. For dead, yo. Bottom on for dead.
Yo, this guy's going off. Oh, this is the most I've ever heard this nigga go off in a long time. Underground Nation, help me out over here, man. You said it's a pic with her face. Where is that at? Is that on Reddit? We need to see her face, fam. We need to see Shorty's face, bro. Is it on Reddit? Send me the link, man. DM me the link on my Friday Ricky Dread page. I'm going to pull it up right now. You know what I'm saying? We need that. We need to see Shorty's face.
Yo. Bottom off a bomber clock dead, yo. You see the lighty? You see, yo, shout out my nigga Bug Daddy, you idiot. Taught me how to cook dope, you idiot. You guys didn't even cook dope in your life. It's a good youth, yo. And Top 5 could do whatever. Yo, I made up Top Live. Who was the first person you ever see go Top Live with the Top Live banner? 35. I made the shit up. I gave it up because that shit is bait. Like, yo, all I need to do is take a 1-2 shot, and I will go take over Top Live if I want to. That's what you guys gotta realize. Niggas is hoes, bitch, never did nothing in their life, rats, First call. Yo, shout out my nigga Bundog. First call. Go play that right now. It's almost at 200K followers. Yo, wedgie up this, yo. Yo, this has to get wedgie up.
Okay, hold on. It's gonna get too R-rated.
You guys don't want to see pretzel? Holy fuck. You guys don't want to see pretzels. My nigga Flippa got turned to a pretzel first, eh? You guys folded him up on the bed, had him nosed, fighting for his life, IV, surgery, this, that, for all that chat that you guys did. All you guys do is chat. Chat. But listen, I'm going to be the one that tweaks on you hoes from the internet. I told all my cronies, do not say a word on the internet. I'm going to be the tweaker. I'm going to be the one that goes and tweaks for you guys. Don't worry. Just go on almost. Don't say a word. Go on cool out. I will tweak. They are hoes. I know the real. You know the real. They are bitch. Hoes, faggots, suck your mom. Never did nothing in their life. Beg friend youths that beg for protection. For dead. Holy fuck, dog. And I still have a fat back. I still have a fat back like this. Whole time here, I'm still with a fat back like that. I know you guys are not getting no on tonight. I know you certain mans are not even getting no nani tonight. So unless you're getting a nani tonight, suck your mom, because I have a pretzel right here. Unless you guys are getting pretzels, don't. He's a bitch.
Guidelines.
What do you mean?
Almost missed that one.
Fold up, yo. Curl up. Curl up and fold up like pretzel. Girl, everything. Ops, everything. Bumba cleats. Stop going to yo. You little hoe. Get your get back, nigga. They're saying no get back for Jason, nigga.
My bad, I was balling up.
That was my Kofi, but he's a bitch. Shot air shots. I'm gonna be real with you. Only air roses. Only straight air roses. Ho.
See, this is what I don't like though. And Hoodlum said this a few weeks ago when he was on the podcast. Like, if niggas always felt this way, like, why did these guys even link up, you know, act cool with each other in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys have a lot of venom for each other now, man. Like, calling each other hoes and goofs and all types of shit. But like, if niggas always felt this way, then why didn't you say something in the first place?
Ho. Merry Christmas. Ho. Merry Christmas. Ho. Whole ass niggas, dog. I know the real. I know you guys for almost 10 years now. We know the real. I know the real.
I gotta say this, man. And it's gonna sound bad because I fuck with all of the parties involved, right? No, I'm not taking a side. I fuck with all parties involved. But you gotta watch your friends, man. Because if you got somebody who's been cool with you for 10 years, that means I'm sure that you guys have said stuff about each other, or said not about each other, but to each other, that should be held in confidence, because you guys have spoken, gone on trips to Dubai together, all types of shit as friends, people with common goals, common enemies, whatever it may be. You guys have been able to find some kind of camaraderie for a long time, not a couple of months, 10 years, the man said. They're in music videos together, blue tea, all these different shit, all these different things, man. So to have that kind of venom, and like now it's like, oh, now I don't fuck with you. It's like, bro, it kind of gets kind of creepy, bro, because it's like, bro, how much shit are you willing to say that I've told you in confidence, and vice versa? You know what I'm saying? Because we're mad at each other now, and we're both public figures, and we're letting everything out, airing everything out, all the dirty laundry. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bruh, I'll reiterate, you got to watch who your friends are. And I'm not saying this in a bad way toward these guys, like, but it's like, it's turning out like where men who are cool for 10 years now hate each other, and it sounds like they're willing to say anything to just get the other party pissed off. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bruh, it makes me where like over the years, like I've never had a falling out with any of my homies to this point where I have to like worry about this person getting on the gram or getting on YouTube or whatever and going crazy. And listen, I've had people who've left the network. I'm not even gonna say people, like with Gutsy Guts. When he left the network, those guys go over on their platform, salute to GTV, they do their thing. They've talked a bag of shit about me. I won't even say they, I would say more Gutsy has talked a bag of shit about me, but never to this degree. And we have never been that cool for like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I don't even feel that he has that kind of energy for me to be like, goof, bitch, you're this and that, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I've never gotten up on my platform and been like, yo, fuck Gutsy, yo, he's a bitch, and da-da-da-da. Like, nah, bro. So, like, bringing it full circle when it comes to these guys who have had a way longer relationship, like, how is it that the venom could be that venomous? Like, god damn. You guys were never cool then. To be honest, if you really, really want to be real about it, y'all were never cool. It was always pretending.
Bitches and hoes and thoughts. And that's the 3 categories that you guys are in. Bitch, hoe, and thought. Which category you want to go in? Because every time you guys did the internet thing, a real Laws blitz happened. Boom, 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 boom. Whole ass nigga, don't get me drunk, cause I will get me drunk and I will tweak on you bitch ass niggas, whole ass niggas. I never did nothing in your life. Been nosing shit, you little goofies, since I was a kid. Been shooting people since I was a kid.
Whoa. Relax.
In your life, you just cry. Holy fuck, dog.
All right, somebody take the phone from him, man.
Shout out Drive by King. That was my dog, but he had a metaverse. Shout out my dog with the metaverse. My Cronum had the metaverse glizzy on the Varna. I don't know why he's perking the metaverse laws. Should have had a real laws, big man. What you doing outside with the metaverse glizzy and the iPad glizzy? You're a fool, dog. Boom, 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 boom. I'm a fool, you idiot. See that big H? Long my doggy Houdini.
I think that's enough YG crashing out for today, man. Let me see what y'all are saying over here in the comments, man, because this is it's a high level of crash right here. You know what I'm saying? I asked, is this YG's most legendary crash out? We're having a 50-50 split. A dead heat in this right here of a 50-50 split. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, yo, Jay Molly, you tripping. Yo, I will say this though, like I said before, y'all never were cool to be having this type of energy towards each other now. All right. There's just no way that the man them could have been cool on a level where at this point y'all are saying this type of disgusting shit about each other and dissing the dead and all that. I know that's the protocol, that's just the average thing that happens these days, but I don't know, man. We're way past you're gone too far. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna industry friends, thank you. Yes, man, them were industry friends. You know what I'm saying? Because like the type of shit that these guys are saying in front of the scenes, if you're actually friends, you'd be like, bro, you know what? Let me just hold that. Let me not even say that. But I will tell this guy behind the scenes, like, yo, I really hate you for the way you're doing this right now. You know what I'm saying? Friends. So we'll leave it there. You know what I'm saying? Salute to YG, salute to Top 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? I will let both sides, I guess, figure it out on their own. You know what I mean? Let's move on though. Let's move on. Let me see what's going on here. Friday, check the high level effery. Brampton was uncontrollable. Police couldn't stop the takeover. What are you talking about? What are you you talking about? Let's take a look. Make sure to become a member on We Love Hip Hop here.
Yeah.
Where did you just added this now? If you just added it, then it might not show up right away. But let me know. I'll circle back to the story right after. Okay. So I wanted to get into something right here. They were popping firecrackers at the crowd of police. Yeah, we had Canada Day yesterday, so we're gonna get some high level effery out of that. Send it to my DMs, and then I'll take a look from there, and I'll post it from there. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way to get me out right now. Let me see. Hold on, I'm looking right now. Hold on, let's just do a quick. Oh shit! 1 second, gang. Holy! Let me fix something here. Okay, better. She looked like somebody I know, but she's not. Like right here in the face, like right away when I seen Shorty, I was like, "Oh shit, are we Eskimo brothers?" You know what I'm saying? But I would say that the Shorty that I dealt with that looked kind of like her was like a little bit older, like older than YG. So I don't know, maybe YG's into the older things, but she might have got a little fix up on the face, like some plastic surgeries and shit like that, right? But I dealt with a thing that, like, not I dealt with a thing. I knocked the thing down one time. You know what I'm saying? That looked kind of like this, right? She kind of looks Latina, but she also could be native, right? The one I'm talking about is a native girl, right? Where this might look a little bit more Latina. You get me? So, no. Oh. Stop it, bro. Y'all are just playing now. Y'all playing games. You're like, that's a native thing. It could be. I'm just saying. She just looked very similar. All right. 35. We might be Eskimo. I'm just saying. All right. Hold on. I pressed the wrong button. Look to 35. Thank you for that, Underground Nation. I needed that, bro. Oh, we're having fun today. We're having fun. Okay. I want to get into this Drake and UMG lawsuit stuff, man. All right. There's been some new developments as far as this whole Drake and UMG lawsuit. Drake's lawyers have been pushing forward. They mean action. Okay, I'm gonna play a clip here because from what they're saying, there's a lot more things that need to get revealed in this case. UMG has been fighting back, so we're gonna look at something from OVO members. All right, just listen. I know that it sounds like a biased account, but Shorty gave a pretty cool breakdown here. So let's take a look and see what they got to say about this UMG lawsuit. All right. I don't want to spend super long on the UMG lawsuit stuff because, like, I'm not a big fan of the lawsuit. But the more I hear about it and the more I hear things that are coming out in the courtroom, I ain't so mad at it anymore neither. So let's go through it.
Part 1 of Drake versus UMG oral argument. So both parties were able to go in front of Judge Vargas and argue their case as to whether or not this case should be dismissed or not be dismissed. Shout out to OVO Docket over on Twitter for giving us all of the transcripts and this information in real time. They did a great job, and we actually know what was said in that courtroom. I'm guessing they might have someone in the courtroom, not sure. So let's go through some of this. There are a few things that stood out to me, and we're just going to run through it. I'm not going to touch on everything, so make sure you pause to read, the transcripts and read some of these tweets for yourself. But I do want to touch on a few things. So first, Judge Vargas focused the oral argument on two things. One, the legal determination being whether or not Like Us was fact or opinion. And then two, to what extent she should consider the exhibits that UMG submitted along with the motion to dismiss. Now, keep in mind that she is required by law to take the things that Drake's side put in the complaint as fact at this stage of litigation. So the things that Drake said in his complaint, she is required by law to accept them as fact. So just to kick things off,
and listen, UMG's playing kind of dirty. So I'm just going to put that as a disclaimer.
So attorney Roland Ransom argued for UMG, so he's UMG's attorney, and he argued that Not Like Us is a non-actionable opinion and that it's up to Judge Vargas to determine whether it is defamation, and that defamation should not be determined by a jury at trial. That's false, but Judge Vargas quickly stopped Ransom and challenged him by stating that defamation is to be determined at trial. She stated there is case law, Davis versus Boheme, that draws the court to find that the motion to dismiss should not be granted based on the audience being susceptible to understanding Not Like Us as defamation. So then Judge Vargas pointed out two specific case laws that clash, Davis versus Boheme and Bryan versus Richardson. So Ransom argued that Drake's opposition misstates certain case law by suggesting that defamation is based on how a listener could be susceptible to thinking Not Like Us is defamatory. Judge Vargas agreed with that notion, but redirected Ransom back to the Davis case. She stated that the court is required to view things in light most favorable to Drake, which I just told you, and the Davis case law does not support the dismissal. So I thought this part—
Okay. That's a lot. Let's go back here. Judge Vargas stated that one of the main things that she wants Ransom to address is the two specific case laws that clash, Davis versus Boheme and Davis versus Richardson. Richardson's then argued that Drake's opposition, or Ransom, my bad, argued that Drake's opposition mistakes certain case laws by suggesting defamation is based on how a listener could be susceptible to thinking Not Like Us is defamatory. Interesting. So I feel like they're kind of playing like this mind game where it's like, it's about if the listener perceives it that way, and we don't really know if the listeners perceive it that way. Right, that might just be in your own head, Drake and your legal team.
In light most favorable to Drake, which I just told you, and the Davis case law does not support the dismissal. So I thought this part was really interesting. Ransom asked the court to consider the context of Not Like Us being a part of a rap battle. He states that the focal argument of the Davis case is whether there are implied facts or undisclosed facts. Ransom argued Not Like Us has zero implication of undisclosed facts. Judge Vargas interrupted and stated there are lyrics in Not Like Us that suggest Lamar is privy to undisclosed facts.
What lyrics are they talking about right there? Hold on a second. Let's do a quick search. All right, let's do a quick search. Vince Pierogi says Friday's built like Chief Wiggum. Why is that funny? Oh, let's see here. Certified Boogeyman. The Thrill. Say, Drake, I heard you like him young. I hear you like him young. You better not ever go to Cell Block 1. They tell me. I'm just looking at the different words here, like they tell me, right? Like, because we got to be specific. They tell me. Certified Lover Boy, certified. All right, let's get back to this because I what are they saying that he's alluding to things that are undisclosed. Let's go back here again to just do what Shorty's saying, because this is a lot of legal jargon. I'm not a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? Say it again.
Implied facts or undisclosed facts. Ransom argued Not Like Us has zero implication of undisclosed facts. Judge Vargas interrupted and stated there are lyrics in Not Like Us that suggest Lamar is privy to undisclosed facts. Who's been telling you that? There is ambiguity there, but I must view, this is what she was saying.
So he's privy to undisclosed facts. I don't really hear that being said in the song. Like, I feel like in Euphoria, he said that a little bit more, where he was like, don't tell lies about me and I won't tell truths about you. Right? If we're going to examine a song of him saying that, no, I got some shit on you, and if I say it, it's a rap for you, that was more Euphoria to me than Not Like Us. Not Like Us, he was just plainly saying what he felt like Drake is up to, which to me is on its face is defamatory. You know what I'm saying? Underground Nation wants to know where he gets certification. What, for the certified? Like, just saying that he's a certified? Because if you say that, that's kind of like stamping it. Like, no, bro, it's not no speculation P-file. You're certified. I'm not trying to go against the hip-hop grain or the culture or whatever, but that's defamation.
And there is ambiguity there, but I must view it in the light most favorable to the plaintiff, aka Drake. Ransom then tried to argue that things stated during a rap battle should never be taken as fact, but Judge Vargas quickly chimed in and said, the logical conclusion of your argument is that all statements in rap battles should never be taken as fact, but there are instances where people do think rap lyrics are factual.
Okay, so yeah, because there's times when somebody calls somebody else a snitch on a rap record, and usually when that happens, it's not supposed to happen without there being any kind of proof, because that can get somebody killed. So there's a lot of rap battles where facts are being stated, or the person is saying that they're speaking facts. You know what I'm saying? They'll even say, yo, I got facts. This is facts. Right? When Drake was doing the song there, the Heart Part 6, he was like, come back to me when you got some facts. Facts. Right? So Drake himself is a person that if he's battling, he needs all his lyrics to be based on facts. So I'm not saying Kendrick Lamar is underneath the same school of thought. And listen, because this is a rap battle, I'm kind of divided on this. Because if Drake does win, or his legal team does get through with this, it's going to change rap battles moving forward. Niggas is going to be scared to say shit and worry about getting put in court for this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of divided on this. But at the same time, if there is some that kind of defamation that could be said on this, you know, bro, the whole summer last year, they had people, little kids, all types of people like, oh, certified lover boy, certified PDF, laughing, ha, 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 ha. Like, they had Drake like a pariah, like some kind of radioactive person. And there's still, you know, he's bounced back as far as like public perception to a degree. But, bro, you're bouncing back from what? A rap battle? Or are you bouncing back from being in the rap battle being called a PDF file? There's two different things to bounce back from. I can bounce back from somebody telling me I'm whack, somebody telling me I don't deserve my spot, you know, even saying, oh, you were hiding a child. Like, you can bounce back from certain things like that and say, you know what? Listen, the work will prove itself. And this is happening now with this issue too, with the whole thing that happened last year. The work has proven itself. Nokia is a hit. But bro, the battle that you gotta, you know, the uphill battle that you have to go through of people believing that you're a PDF file is crazy. I'm just saying, it's just not something that you want to be having to fight. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you've never been charged for something like that.
Asking, when will the judge decide the motion to dismiss in the Drake versus Universal Music Group defamation lawsuit? Well, I can tell you a couple things. Typically, these things can take a lot of time. However, once the hearing has been held, they usually come within a couple months. However, in this case, given how interested the public is, I'm sure the judge knows that. She's not going to want to keep the streets waiting. I would expect a decision within 2 to 3 weeks. In my opinion, the judge is going to greenlight this case to go forward. We will get discovery. It's going to get spicy. Folks asking, when will the judge decide the motion to dismiss in the Drake?
All right, so I don't know. They're going to move forward with this. I guess W right now, for as far as with Drake's team, there's a few different things also that they were saying before I get off of this, where they were like, listen, man, he didn't say certified Loverboy certified PDF file. He said PDF files, plural with an S. This is one of the things that the defense team for Universal came up with. This is an argument that I had with Curtis King on the Culture United months last year. Mans were trying to gaslight me with the, no, there's an S on the end. So they're talking about files, not file. So he's talking to Drake's crew, not Drake himself. That sounds good. But bruh, you know he said, hey, Drake, I heard you like him young. You better never go to cell block 1. Not y'all better never go to cell block 1. He didn't say, hey, Drake, I heard y'all, plural. You know what I mean? You all like him young. He said, I heard you. So I don't care if you put an S on the end of files. You know what I'm saying? And Universal to bring that up in court too. Like, well, no, he didn't say pedophile. He said pedophiles. Come on, judge. Duh. Now you guys are just gaslighting us, bro. Like, cut it out, man. Right? We don't want to be here neither. We don't want to be having to talk about court cases over a battle. But if we're going to do it, let's have our arguments and our debates from a genuine place, not a disingenuous place, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's not have bad faith arguments because we're being biased. Because I'll say this, and I've heard academics say this in past streams. I just haven't said it myself. I haven't really touched on this lately. When it comes to like the West Coast guys, like the LA guys and their guy, Kendrick Lamar, there is zero objectivity for real. All right? I'll reiterate, this is a take that academics have said, and I'm going to double down on that take. They have zero objectivity. I've not heard one person from over there in LA, any of the creators, ones that I fuck with and ones that I don't. I haven't heard one of them say, I don't like that thing that Kendrick did. Oh, that move with Playboy Cardi? No, not my favorite move. You know what I'm saying? Even though they know it wasn't their favorite move, they rationalized. They found a way to spin it so that when they make their videos, it's still pro Kendrick. Come on, man. I'm over here. I criticize and I give the big ups. I've given big ups to Drake like crazy, and I've given big ups to Kendrick. But if these guys do something where I'm like, you know what, that takes a little, that may, you know, need a little criticism, I'm gonna do it. And I feel like when it comes to like some of the people who support Drake, minus Maul, okay? Maul, he's one of the same. He's like, Drake could do no wrong. But bro, can we be objective? Please. If Kendrick's doing something that's kind of weird, or like, yo, bro, if the man's calling people out their name, I know Drake made some allegations about his wife and they free and blah, 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 blah. The man called him a PDF file and he tried to stamp it. And if the label helped him with it, that's some guilty shit. You know what I'm saying? That's nasty. If these guys are any way guilty, I want to hear the criticism coming from the LA creators. Okay, if Drake catches any close to a W in this case, and it's proven that Kendrick Lamar and Universal conspired to make the song get more views, in turn spreading the narrative way more that he's a PDF file. And I'm not saying that Kendrick Lamar just said it and whatever, and it's part of a rap battle. That's fine. If the record label conspired with him to help boost the views on him, even if he, unbeknownst to him, but when he found out, he was like, I'll take it. I want to hear you guys. I want to hear the criticism. I don't want to hear, well, you know, Kendrick, you know, he could do no, he couldn't, you know, he probably didn't know. He didn't know that the record companies are evil. Oh, now he doesn't know the record companies are evil. I just want to see objectivity. I'm not crashing out, okay? Because I know if this gets clipped by any like American creators, they're gonna be like, oh, there go Friday crashing out about this Kendrick Lamar shit. He's trying to do it for clicks and views. Like none of you niggas do anything for clicks and views. All Kendrick creators who are Kendrick supporters, they don't do anything for clicks and views. They do it all for the culture. Fuck out of here. And if he didn't, then I will be the first to criticize Drake, Jermaine. That's the thing. I'm over here and I can criticize Drake and big him up. I just don't have this. I don't see the same energy when it comes to LA. Like Kendrick could literally stab somebody on camera and these niggas will be like, well, maybe he had it coming. Fam, you don't have to remember it. I'm going to put the repost up there. If Drake is wrong, fam, you know how many times I've said, yo, I don't even like the fact that Drake is doing a lawsuit over a battle. That is criticism of Drake in the first place. Let me be on this. Maybe I have to be over there to have the same experience. Because if I was in the West Coast and we turned this around and Kendrick was suing Drake, none of these niggas would be having a problem with it. All right? Let's really be real. If it was the other way around and Kendrick was suing Drake for defamation, all of these niggas in LA would be finding a way to spin it that it's positive for the culture and not something against hip-hop. Kendrick had to do it because Drake's evil. So stop this, man. Y'all been doing professional goalpost moving for the last 8 months or a year. A year and 3 months now, basically. Stop moving the goalpost for this nigga. Have the same energy for your mans when he fucks up as well as when he does good. Okay? And I do the same. I've been doing the same. To the point where sometimes I gotta check my followers to see if this nigga's still following me, bro. Because I'm like, yo, I went kind of hard on this nigga. Pause. Literally, I'm not even doing this for the live. I gotta check after sometimes some of my live streams or some of my takes where I'm like, yo, I really hope Drake doesn't take this shit personally. I'm just giving my opinion. Because I went kind of crazy right there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm objective. These niggas never have to worry about Kendrick getting mad because they never say anything bad about this nigga. They never have oh, I didn't like that take right there. Oh, I didn't like that, what you did right there, Kendrick. Oh, you're doing songs with a wife beater? It's cool. It's because he's not perfect. He told you, I'm a hypocrite since 2015. Like, don't you guys listen to his lyrics? Like, okay, sorry. Like, I'm tired of being gaslit by audience or by content creators. That's all I'm saying. All right? I'm going to leave it there. Before I start sweating and shit, man. Shit. Anyhow, I want to talk about the Weeknd because I think that the Weeknd he's not online enough. That's what I think the problem is with the Weeknd. The Weeknd needs to start doing live streams more often because the Weeknd has been killing shit, and he's been killing shit more than like his competition, including Drake. Like the Weeknd's been packing out these stadiums. We'll see sometimes people post when they're at the show, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm at the Weeknd show. Playboy Cardi's killing it." Right? Like, so we know that this tour is happening, and maybe I'm part of the problem as a content creator. Why aren't we talking about this shit? the fact that this guy has been going all over the world selling out his shows on top of that. It's not even like, oh, he's doing these stadium tours and, oh, look at those seats in the back that are all empty. Like, low-key, I think he's selling out more seats than Beyonce. If you really, really want to get real with it. Right? I'll present this to you. I'm going to play some stuff. Because the homie John Cabango, he was at a show. He's over in LA right now. Really, really dope Toronto rapper. Go tap into John's music. He's in LA right now, making some moves, trying to make his way in this music game. And he was at the Weeknd show. Check this shit out. Even just the stage show and like the, you know, just the way it's so cinematic and shit like that. It looks crazy. There's probably copyright in there. Okay. Salute to him. He got a remix coming out just now. You gonna be king. I want to play it, but I don't want to get a copyright. Let me go on the Weeknd's page because it's like he's not even talking shit about it. All right, After Hours, the Weeknd. Okay, so there we go. January 31st, he posted about this. Hurry up tomorrow. After Hours Till Dawn 2025 Stadium Tour. Pre-sales begins on February 5th. You can also do Cash App. Right, he's got the movie trailer.
Death is nothing at all. It does not kill. Everything remains exactly how it was. Whatever we were to the children, now we are still. Call me by the old familiar name.
Low-key, I know I'm not a big fan of the Weeknd's acting, but I fuck with the fact that he does acting. Carol said the cokehead. Listen, he's not hiding it. He's XO stands for, and I found this out when I was doing the documentary, ecstasy and oxycodone. Right? So he ain't hiding it. He's like, yo, I do drugs. I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it. Right? He loves it. Right? So it's not like you can't drug shame the Weeknd. That's the one thing when it comes to the Weeknd. You can't drug shame him. He's like, yeah, I love doing drugs. It to the point where like you can tell that there's ideas that he has for the movies that he gets into. They're like cokehead ideas. Like, yo, you know what? I got a great idea, man. Okay, so all right, we're gonna do a movie, and I'm gonna play me, and then I'm gonna be like super abusive to this girl throughout the whole movie, and we're gonna have a lot of sex, lots of sex. Okay, all right, right. Eyeballs just bulging out. Okay, man. Right, and then all his friends are all on coke. They're like, great idea, man. And then we should add an elephant, man. Yo, it'd be crazy. I'm getting hot just having the conversation. Holy shit, man. Just like everybody shooting ideas at each other at the same time, all super zooted out of their mind. It's like, hey, man, no, man, that'd be amazing, man. Yeah, no, you too, man. Fucking love you, man. It's like, bro, it's like, you got to get out of rooms like that, man. In and out of rooms like that. See? Yeah, man. Great idea, man. Let's make a movie. We'll do a lot of drugs in the movie too, bro.
Stop self-doubt when you're fucking invincible.
Yo, what the hell? This nigga under the water? What the fuck am I looking at, bro? Okay, yo, man, you guys, I'm getting tired, man. You guys are fucking with my head, bro. Watch Metro Boomin fire emojis. Shut up.
You know, this is all really intense. But I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm really sorry about this.
I feel like I'm watching the trailer to the TV show, the TV series that he just did the other day. And like this is just a darker, more or less lit version of it. Like lit meaning like lighting wise, like just less lighting, but the same concept.
I really am.
What the? Okay, no, there's more shit. There's like, you know, some cars and running away from stuff. So that wasn't in that last. You remember the last thing that he did? I forget the name of it. Y'all can help me out in the comments. But that little mini series that he did, that was horrible.
What is going on?
He probably really punched the mirror too.
Hello?
Yo, low-key, I might have to Netflix this still, fam. I ain't mad at it still. I might have to Netflix this shit, bro. So he's got his tour going on. And the thing is with this tour, I went and did a little investigative reporting myself just to see like how many different cities this nigga's already been to. And listen, I'm not like a big Weeknd fan. I'm not an R&B guy. I'm a hip hop head. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not acting like, oh man, the Weeknd's coming to town. I can't wait. Like I'm not going. But I'm just saying, like this is happening, and it's really successful. All right. So look at all these places. July 5th, he's going to be in Las Vegas. Santa Clara. Where the hell is Santa Clara? Is that in California? Seattle. Then he's going to be in Vancouver. So like Vancouver in the BC place, back-to-back nights. Keep in mind, these are all stadiums. He has to do back-to-back nights in these two places. This is kind of crazy. Nobody's like, yo, the Weeknd's killing it right now, fam. I asked a question before I go on with some of these other tour dates. Is the Weeknd bigger than Drake? You guys are offended. Holy. Only 12% said yes. 88% said no. I'm not trying to say this to start up no shit. I've asked this question before. But even though I'm not a fan of the Weeknd's movies, the fact that he's making movies now, TV series, different things like that, like, doesn't that up the ante as far as what it goes as far as him and Drake in their competition for prominence? Because Drake, coming from acting, hasn't gotten back into his acting bag. We know that he's an executive producer on the Euphoria series, right? He's got his hand in O.W.O.L, help me out. What else Drake got going on? What's in his portfolio, his business portfolio, right? He's got the liquor, right? The Virginia Black, but like, respectfully, niggas ain't copping Virginia Black like that, broski. All right. What else? So what do we got? We got the Virginia Black. We got Euphoria. I'm just talking about side businesses, and then we can get to the streams and like the music. Okay. He's got the cologne. Thank you, Tasha. He's got the cologne, and he's got the candles. He got the candles, right? And then the big shit like the OVO clothing line and stuff like that. Like they're doing their thing, right? So as far as side businesses, that makes up, I guess, for the Weeknd getting his hands into the acting bag, because acting comes with a big check too. You know what I'm saying? However, if you're actively moving around, touring, working on new music, to do an acting gig will take you away from your regular musician duties for at least 4 months, unless you're able to multitask, because you got to go on set, film. You might be filming out of town or out of the country. So acting can be very taxing. You know what I'm saying? Scarborough 85 says ambassador. Yes, he's the ambassador for the Raptors, but like does that really give him a big check, or is that just like a look? You know what I'm saying? Like just for the look type of thing. But with the Weeknd, he's got this movie going on, and then the movie is going into him touring. That's and not touring just, oh, you're doing some arenas. Not to say that arenas is some small shit, because we found out that the arena tours that Drake was doing actually surpassed the amount of money that Kendrick was making from this recent tour that he did with SZA. So even though people were like, well, Drake doesn't do arenas, he still sold more tickets in total and made more money in the whole grand scheme of things when it came to that tour. All right, if we're gonna go tit for tat, which I don't really care, but it's just it's a fact, right? The Weeknd, he's beating that. The Weeknd's doing a movie and a stadium tour, right? If we go back to the tour dates over here, where is my tour dates? I got 100 windows open. Here we go. So 2 nights in Vancouver, 1 night in Edmonton. That's quick. So even the way that they're coming through, they're going through Vegas, then coming up to Santa Clara, then they're going up to Seattle. Then let's drop into Vancouver, do our 2 shows in Vancouver, then start making our way back east. Hit Edmonton, do 1 show, do 2 shows in Montreal. Like, that's crazy. Parc Jean Drapeau. Let's look this up. Parc Jean Drapeau. Just the capacity, you know what I'm saying? Because I've never even heard of this. Parc Jean Drapeau. Let's do this. Capacity. 65,000 people is crazy. All right, and this is where he's gonna be performing. I ain't mad at it, bro. Holy shit, man. This guy's gonna have this whole place, and see, this is perfect because it's right on the water. Oh shit, man. 65,000 people. I'm not trying to make it a competition thing, even though I kind of am making it a competition thing. But can we make the argument where if the man is doing movies, he's doing stadium tours, he might not be bigger than Drake, but damn close. Drake is doing the tour right now. He's doing the shit in the UK. He's about to do that shit just now, right? The Unplugged, or I forget what it's called, but this is a little different. Drake might need to step his stadium game up. You know what I'm saying? 2 Toronto shows at the Rogers Center, Philadelphia. Then he's coming back to Toronto for 2. Yo, so he's doing 4 Toronto shows. That's insane. You're gonna do the Rogers Center 4 times. Holy shit, man. Hold on. I need to check this out. My bad, gang. I need to check out this capacity because that's crazy. I know there's going to be some overlap as far as Rogers Center. My bad. Capacity. Okay. I'm not going to say that's not so crazy. 39,000 is still pretty crazy. All right. But put that times 4. Even if we go 33,000 of what they're going to be able to use of the seats, you're doing 33,000 people times 4. That's insane, yo. This nigga is hella popping. All right. Salute to the Weeknd. Let me answer this question right here. Trench Kid wants 101 wants to know, can we see a Roy Woods interview? I don't know. Spam this nigga's chat or whatever. Sometimes these guys, because they think they got an OVO owl over there on their chain or whatever, not all of them, some of them, they think that they're too good. They could put mans on the back burner, pause, and or not even show up at all. I'm part of OVO. Like, nigga, don't get me started, bro. I know why y'all be asking me these questions, because y'all want me to go off. Okay? Y'all want me to go off so that these other podcasters can go talk shit about me after and be like, Friday, you're crashing out. Like, nigga, I'm going to say it anyway. Yo, we got pieces of content that do better than Roy Woods videos. So, Roy Woods, if you want to get some promotion, pull up the We Love Hip Hop. All right? Let's do it properly, bro. But yeah, as far as what's going on with the Weeknd, sorry, you got me all sidetracked. I think the Weeknd low key, I don't think he's coming for Drake's spot, because with him and Drake, they also do two different things, or Drake does more things. I'll say that. Like, Drake raps, he's part of the rap game as well as being like a pop star R&B singer. So being in the rap game, you got rap battles and all types of different things that are going on. He's a multifaceted artist, where the Weeknd is more just a pop star / R&B guy, right? So with that being said, like, there is limitations to where he can take it. But as far as where he's taking it right now, there's a good argument for the amount of money that they're raking in per year in comparison to each other. You know what I'm saying? I don't really feel like going and doing like one of those searches right now. But what I will do is check what you guys are saying in the poll. I asked the question, is the Weeknd bigger than Drake? 21% is saying yes, and 79% is still on some no. Friday, you smoking, bro. You're I don't know where you're going with this, bro, but no. So hey, salute. All right. And keep on running up that Belly documentary, yo. Salute to everybody who's watched the documentary so far. It's doing actually better than I thought. So salute to everybody who's been watching that. Let me see here. I want to check on something quick fast. I want to check on what I don't call it that, but like what the audience usually calls Miskeen rappers. Okay, because I know people be like looking at some of the content sometimes like, oh, all you do is talk about all these rappers who are in the street politics and blah, 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 blah. You guys are part of the problem. So I said, you know what? Let me make sure for the live stream that I at least go through one segment where we take a look to see what's going on with the quote unquote Miskeen rappers. All right. Trench Kid 101 wants to know if I covered the Diddy verdict. Yes, I did. Let me look up some meanings here. Do I still have Google open? Perfect. Let's look up the meaning of Miskeen, because I don't want to call these guys Miskeen. They're just not into the polys. Okay, Miskeen is is an Arabic word for primarily translated to poor, needy, or helpless in English. Okay, I think when the mandem are talking about Miskeen, they're more talking about helpless. Like, y'all ain't got no hats. If we ran up on you, you'd be helpless. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't want to say let's check on the Miskeen rappers, but let's check on the rappers that aren't into the bullshit. Okay, so what I will do is go up on Toronto Rappers page. And don't worry, for the people who are into high level fuckery, I won't spend super long on this. Like, yo, fam, we don't even care about these guys. They're not even they don't even got no hats, bro. All right, but we got to check on these guys sometimes. Did you all see this? These guys are always clout chasing, bro. Oh my God. Okay, let's go on Toronto Rappers page. Stay focused. This is a stupid thing with this guy showing the badge. I knew that shit was fake, bro. So who are these guys posting? Roz teams up with Joe Gez for a new anthem, Electric. Who I love when a good beat pops in right there. I didn't get to hear enough of it, but it sounds cool. I ain't mad at it. What else are they covering here? Toronto Rappers is one of the best places to me, and salute to these guys, where I find people who are not really mixed up in the mix-up. Like, not to say that that's why I wanted to get rid of saying Miskeen, because these guys are not Miskeens. They're just not into the bullshit, right? Let's play some of this. And salute to BZB Convenience also. Young Ree.
Yeah, it's your boy Young Rye in the building.
Young Rye, my bad.
Know what time it is? BCB Convenience. We out here. Trouble the movie out now. Go watch that. Over 300,000 views on YouTube. Let's go.
Trouble the movie out now on YouTube.
Yeah. Roll around, yeah, we out of town, weight a pound, yeah, we going up, so we lay it down. Yeah, they speak a lot, but I don't hear a sound. NTAA making movies like it's Paramount. Got the smoky and protein, I gotta air it out, cause it's very loud. All around the world, that's my whereabouts. See through the packs, I gotta clear them out. Gotta edit out these haters, I'ma blur them out.
I ain't mad.
I mean, finding my wife.
This advertising for Box Cutter. Like, these guys are like, a lot of the guys who are not into the bullshit will go check these guys for post also. They'll check us for post too, right? So salute to, if you guys ever want any promo post, hit us up also on our hit me up on my DMs, and that's the best way to get me. This is, who's this? B-Row World. Let's see what he got going on. Let's see what B-Row World got going on. Where is it? Where was it?
If I had one last chance to make you mine, would you take my hand
Yo, there's a lot of good music in this city.
and waste my time? Would you break my heart like you did last time? I was at the bar for the whole last night. Cause you love me, baby, you call me crazy. Every other night it was you that played me. I'm in love with no one, life is no fun.
Yo, just quick fast for anybody who's popping in. Big salute to It's Simply a Less. Yeah, I'm doing a Miskeen watch. Salute to Carol, right? Friday's doing the Miskeen watch. Yes. And again, I'm not calling you guys Miskeen in some kind of derogatory way. The audience usually will say, oh, these are the Miskeen rappers. They're not into the bullshit. Oh, I haven't seen them on T.TV or on Six Sounds, getting arrested or anything like that. These are just guys who just focus on the music. All right. I just want to see a couple of these people get a little bit of feel from some of these tracks, and then we'll move on to back to the fuckery. Okay.
Baby, give me one more chance. If not, I'm so done. Put a mic in front of me. Don't know what you want from me. Thinking I'ma sing for you and you don't even fuck with me. This ain't what you want from me. Feel it in my arteries. I'ma count these dollars till these dollars ain't enough for me.
Right. I'm gonna go back on my own page too, because I post some shit too.
DMT.
Salute to Solo YS.
EVX Solo YS and One Don.
This is a minute of music.
But tell us me I gonna be a star one day. Put it on me heart, just believe. Me know you see me up on my sleeve. Every pussy violate and the rifle a beat. Cartier with the Gucci sneakers. Arch your back, girl. Follow procedure.
It's floating.
When they dog them broke. No.
For a second, I thought that was One Don floating because I looked away from the screen and I looked back and I was like, oh, that's Solo floating like that? Holy.
Bobby's like all every girl I get fucked. Remember days when the dog them broke. Double bricks in a palm, wrap it in a envelope. Mind pon the money they stuck if you're from.
Yo, Toronto's in a good place. Eh? Don't get anything twisted. Don't get it pretzeled still, fam. Don't get anything twisted when it comes to like, oh, Toronto's in a bad place musically. It's just that there's so much attention and so much traction on the high level fuckery that we kind of forget how much good music is coming out per week in our city. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Goldie London. Happy birthday to her. She celebrated her birthday about 7 days ago.
Baddest in the 6 days, shitting on their life. Got my ass out, make your man blink twice. Different type pussy that your bae wanna bite. Fly girl shit, all these niggas wanna pipe.
Holy!
Body smoking, pussy wetter than an ocean. I ain't got time for none of these niggas I'm ghosting. I'm in love with the fashion, designer clothing. Catch a heart attack whenever they see me posting. Hardest rap bitch up in my city. Bitch, I've been lit ever since I was a kitty. Pussy on purr, double D's on the titties.
Holy. God damn. Listen, man, we got a lot of good talent in the city. I did a couple of promo posts also. Let me show them some love. Primo Green. He dropped a nice tune. These are like people that you don't see on the blogs, all right? All right, bear with me a second. We'll get back to the blog shit.
I told her that I'm better when I'm on my own, but I'm missing you when you're on. That's all I ever wanted, all I ever needed. Told her that I'm better when I'm on my own. Now I'm missing you when you're gone. That's all I ever wanted, all I ever needed. Could I be a fool for your love? 'Cause I can't get enough. Touch me, please me, don't taste me. They say love is not easy, so baby, come closer.
And I posted one more, and then we'll move on.
My bitch break the bank, and you can hate, nigga, you can't hold mine.
This nigga's from Vancouver, actually.
To you, she a gold digger.
This is Pro Haley. All right, big salute to Pro Haley.
To me, she a gold mine. My bitch break the bank, and all you fake pimpin', I don't co-sign. To you, she a gold digger. To me, she a gold mine. My bitch break the bank, it ain't a day.
To you, she a gold digger. To me, she a gold mine. Bars.
Hey, that the plays delayed, game sharp. So I put that bitch on the blade. If she could twerk, throw that bitch on the stage.
These are just previews. Y'all can go check out their pages and get more of that. You know what I'm saying? But salute to all these guys here, man. But yeah, man. Just a quick little Miskeen watch, you know. Tony says, how about Young Pro? Salute to Young Pro. I interviewed him a few years ago. He's been kind of on the low. He hasn't been dropping lately. But yeah, man, salute to all these rappers who are staying out of the bullshit, man. It's hard to not fall to the allure of jumping into some of this Toronto rap bullshit so that you can get them extra clicks. Like the people who I just covered, like everybody's crashing out. They're getting put on, they're getting put on Reddit posts and all types of wild shit because they're crashing out. So as long as we can still preview and put a spotlight on some of this talent, I'm gonna do that. Can y'all give me a quick second? Let me just go up on my YouTube channel here. I'm gonna pull up some stuff, and I'm gonna be right back because shit, I've been sitting here for like 2 hours. Let's go to the member section. Hold on, where's my membership? 1 second, gang. Let's find the member section here. I'm gonna play a little bit from the Young Lava interview. I'll be right back. My bad. 1 second, gang. Quick refresh. Would you like to see yourself doing in the future? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if you can get with any of these American artists or people that you're fucking with, like right now in your headphones or in the car, you know what I'm saying? Who would you like to do a collab with in the States?
Or in the city?
The city is like, I see the way the city is like, it's like a one-sided thing. So, you know, I can't really vibe with the whole city, you know what I mean? But like, as far as the city goes, like, people reach out to me. Whoever reach out to me, they know who they are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I keep my shit, you know, like.
And if you could do some collabs with guys in the States, like for like whoever's popping right now, who would you do a collab with?
Right now, who's hot right now? I like 21 Savage's shit.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like me and it could vibe, but I like 21 Savage's shit. The new shit he just dropped is hot.
Mm. Okay. Also, you have a track that's how it's a little bit of controversy around the track.
We started from the bottom where the Swizzy got a quarter brick stuffed up in the stizzy. Where the illy catch her up, I'm getting busy.
Okay. Obviously, people do diss tracks in the city, right?
100%.
My question is, and I've asked this also in other programs and stuff like this. Do you feel that diss tracks is something that holds us back from getting to the next level in the city, or is this something that just has to happen?
No, it doesn't have to happen. But as far as it's just part of the culture.
Yeah,
it's part of the culture. You know what I mean? You see people doing this all the time. Tory's doing, young Tory Lane's doing it. It's just cultures for the art of the sport. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. I gotta redrop this interview, man. It's I have it behind the member section right now, but I gotta redrop this interview. Let me read some of these comments, and then we're gonna move on to a couple more stories that I have here. Let me see here. What are you saying here? There's a quote that says, "It takes some people longer because they're doing things the right way and not scamming or going against their values." Good point. JL says, "I still remember when you asked him about the gun violence and he said, we don't worry about that." Yes. Classic. Yeah, I had to put this interview behind the membership section. I had to take it down actually because it was behind the 18 and over wall. And then I'm gonna then I had to like put some edits on it, cloud a couple of things in the beginning, and I reposted it now. But I'm thinking of dropping it again soon. So let me know if y'all want me to drop this Young Lava interview again. But I want to talk about Canadian CEOs. All right. Who are the Canadian CEOs? That's a question that was brought to my attention by my homie, Elevate Alexander. All right, check out his podcast, the 24/7 Hustle. They're the guys who interviewed Dr. Umar last year, that they went viral for interviewing Dr. Umar with Mouse Jones. That's my brother right there. And he was like, yo, man, there's a clip that's been going around talking about American CEOs or top hip-hop CEOs. And he started thinking, who are the Canadian CEOs? So I'm going to ask you guys the same question. And I'm going to play the video first so that we can get a little context. And then we'll go through it, okay? Because, I don't know. When I was talking to the homie, a few names popped up right away. But then I got stumped. So maybe if we can get to 5 Canadian CEOs that are running shit in the music game, then, we're probably in an even better place than I thought. But I'll play the video.
2023. WhyG's top 10 hip hop record label CEOs in history. And this is from 2023.
Top 10.
And Baby reposted this, caused a lot of controversy. He actually commented that he thought that
it was right. I remember that. He was like, y'all got it together because he was number 1, right?
Yeah, but he also said that he felt that Yo Gotti should be the number 2.
Maybe gonna piss some niggas off.
Number 10, Suge Knight. Number 10, Suge Knight. Number 9, Jermaine Dupri. Number 8, Dame Dash. Number 7, L.A. Reid. Number 6, Master P. Number 5, Russell Simmons. Number 4, Dr. Dre. Number 3, Jay-Z. Number 2, Diddy. Number 1, Baby. And but people will say, well, why is Dame Dash number 8 and why is Jay-Z? Because Jay-Z was still a CEO after the breakup.
After the fact, yeah.
I think Dame is the best CEO of all time. And the reason why I think Dame is the best CEO of all time, because he got to the top, but to me, he laid down a blueprint. See, what people don't understand is I'm from the South, right? So and
salute to Ray Daniels, but whatever. We don't need the extra explanation. But just to give you guys an idea of where they're going with the CEO list that they have for America, Jay-Z, Dame Dash, Leo Cohen's, Birdman, Yo Gotti, like Master P back in the days. These are all people that they can say, you know what? We started a label. Yes, we got money funded from the record labels when it comes to No Limit and these different things. But these guys were CEOs of their own independent companies and then got the funding from major labels to be able to do great things. Who do we have for Canada as far as Canadian CEOs? Now, I'll help with the list here. I said right away when the homie asked the question, I was like, okay, well, actually he suggested, he said Cash and those guys. All right, salute to Cash, XO, and Tony Sal. And I'm going to ask the question, do we have real Canadian indie CEOs? Okay. Bare question marks. All right, so like I was saying, the homie said, Cash, XO was one of the first people that came to his mind. And I was like, yeah, okay, XO, definitely. Those guys, even though they came from different countries, Lebanon and Palestine, they're essentially Canadian because they emigrated to Canada and then built their company from over here. So yes, XO, huge, crazy company. We just covered what's going on with the Weeknd. I added Oliver. Okay, big salute to Oliver El Kadid. I'm messing up his name. Sorry about that. But Oliver and 40, aka Noah Shabib, those guys and Drake obviously together make OVO. So we got that, right? We got the OVO CEOs. That's an independent company. They're signing guys. They've signed Smiley. They've signed Roy Woods. They've signed a bunch of different people. Canadian people on top of that. So they didn't sign outside of Canada. They signed Canadian people. Same thing with XO. These guys, CEOs of an independent label that has signed Canadians. And prior to that, they were Capital Profit Records. So they've always been putting on as far as Canadian CEOs. I stopped there. Right? If we want to broaden the conversation, aka kind of move the goalpost, we can say executives. Right? Who are the executives? The main executives, the big dogs, right? If we can say like a Kevin Lyles is an executive, he's a big dog in the game. He can get you deals. You know what I'm saying? Even though like they had their own 600 records still, you know what I'm saying, with Young Thug, and they've introduced you to a bunch of different people. Besides Cash and Tony and Oliver and 40 and those guys over at OVO, who else do we got as far as CEOs? As far as big executives? I can add Cardinal. Cardinal works at Def Jam. That's been able to get him into a lot of doors. Respectfully, he hasn't been able to sign a lot of Canadian acts, him being over there in America, Def Jam in America. I'm kind of drawing a blank. I don't really see you guys even jumping in the comments like, oh, what about this person? What about that person? We don't really have a lot of CEOs in Canada if we really, really want to take a deep dive into this. You know what I'm saying? What about on the West Coast? Right? Big salute to the homie Mercules. Mercules is doing his thing. I don't know if he's under any conglomerate that's helping to push his shit, but I know that he was trying to get down with Death Row or get down with Snoop and those guys in America. So I really can't count those guys neither. You feel me? There's not really many Canadian big time executives in the hip hop game. In the rock game, there's a multitude of them, or in like the pop music game. Like you can throw a rock and find an executive that can help you get further in your rock career or your pop music career in Canada. But as far as in the hip hop game, both Underground Nation, right? Underground Nation wants to know, talking about music CEOs or executives. Yeah, both of them. Like Cardinal, I count as an executive, right? He's not a CEO of his own like record label like that, right? So, listen, Carol, thank you. I ain't gonna even toot my own horn, pause, because A.W.O.L Records, A.W.O.L is a team. However, that was like some street money shit. Like, I ain't got no funding from Universal Records. Here's 40 million. go sign yourself some artist. Mind you, we did sign a deal with Hip Hop Canada / E1 Music back in the days, so that was dope. But it wasn't. We didn't have no advance or anything like that. I didn't get an advance. You know what I'm saying? So, like our music game, the guys who dropped their shit, like BFR. Let me not be disrespectful. BFR has been able to do their thing on an independent level where they've gotten, and mind you, even with Pressa signing deals with Sony and stuff like that, he always had that BFR on the back of his labels of his music. So it's always been a BFR / Sony thing or a BFR thing on its own. You know what I'm saying? I would also, if I'm going to add on to that, I'll also say Up Top Movement, Robin Banks. Right, as far as on an underground level, like those guys, Robin Banks underneath his label was able to put us on to people like Pressa and, you know, Tall Up Twins and all those guys, and all those videos and stuff were coming out under Robin Banks's label, the Up Top Movement, and getting millions and millions of views. So I would also put Robin Banks as far as our CEOs or executives. You know what I'm saying? I know people look at them like more like the roadmans and stuff like that, but when it comes to BFR, they've been having their business tight for years, and they show it. They show all of the APs and Rolexes and, you know, all the shit that they have. So they're doing some kind of good business. You know what I'm saying? So I got to put BFR in there, most definitely. And for honorable mention, I'll put Up Top Movement in there as well. Anybody else, gang, before I move on? Because I know I wasn't going to spend a lot of time on this content, on this topic right here, because these guys were able to put a list together of 10. And I'm sure out of the 10 people on that list that Ray Daniel and those guys put together, or that they found off Complex, I mean, I'm sure there's people who got left off the list that are pissed off. Like, what do you mean I didn't get to make it onto the CEO list or the executive list? What? I've been doing my shit for years. I made this amount of $1 million. Like, we don't have anybody to even make a 5 list. Like, we can't even come up with 5 people, bro. That's sad. That might be a part of the problem when it comes to our scene. We don't have enough people who have been able to rise to prominence as execs, and the labels aren't producing big execs from inside their office neither. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that we could all look to, like, big salute to Craig Mannix. He's been out here in the game for years, keeping his eye on the hip hop scene. Also, Big Ives, right? He's been out here keeping his eye on the hip hop scene over here, but I wouldn't consider them big execs, like big time execs. They're not driving around in Maseratis and all type of shit from being Canadian hip hop executives. So, yeah. Kind of hard. It's a sad situation when it comes to our the infrastructure of our city. You know what I'm saying, or our country. But yeah, I just wanted to put that on the table. I got one more thing for us here, and I think we could end this. Legal gun owner strikes back. I've spoken about the right to bear arms on this podcast or on these live streams mad times. Y'all know my stance when it comes to us being able to defend ourselves in our homes. And I'm very, very big on that, all right? I feel like if somebody comes in your home, you should be able to blow their head off, call the police, and be like, yo, I just shot an intruder. They're bleeding all over the place. Please come get them. Send an ambulance at the same time. So there's a woman who was able to get rid of a few robbers who came to her home with a shotgun. And from what I'm seeing, I don't think she's arrested.
Men armed with hammers stormed into an Etobicoke home. Inside the home at the time, a husband, wife, and their 11-year-old son. The family reached out to us to share their story. Still too shaken to show her face publicly.
I can't sleep, I can't eat.
This Etobicoke mom reached out to Speaker's Corner to share.
Saturday, 21st June. 4:36 a.m.
Her family's 17 seconds of terror.
The most terrible seconds in my life. We hear smash.
that smash their patio door.
Hold on. You know what? My bad, gang. I don't mean to stop the video like this. I just don't like how small this is on the screen. We're going to find a better one than this. Let's find one off of YouTube. I'm sure that they posted this on YouTube. Let's find one off of YouTube. The Toby, how do you spell this? Toby Coke woman shotgun. Is this here? Let's find this. 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 Here we go. Found it.
This is surveillance video showing the moments several men armed with
that intro beat is kind of hot still. I ain't gonna lie.
Hammers stormed into an Etobicoke home. Inside the home at the time, a husband, wife, and their 11-year-old son. The family reached out to us to share their story. Still too shaken to show her face publicly.
I can't sleep, I can't eat.
This Etobicoke mom reached out to Speaker's Corner to share.
Saturday, 21st June, 4:36 a.m.
Her family's 17 seconds of terror.
The most terrible seconds in my life. We hear smash.
That smash their patio door.
It was 4 men with hammers.
They stormed into the couple's bedroom.
Kitchen area, my living room area. I saw 4 guys with all black. So I just thinking about my son who slept in near room. So he's 11 years old. I was thinking just how can I come this room? But I scared.
Her husband, a legal gun owner, jumped into action. He grabbed the gun, which was not loaded.
Yes, because we didn't have
legal gun owner. Okay, so because there's some people who got shit confused. And I was confused for a long time because I thought that we weren't able to actually have guns and stuff like that. And that there was a handgun ban. I'll play a clip from Jordana Goldlist, a lawyer or criminal lawyer over here in Toronto, criminal defense lawyer. And she explained it a little bit better than I can as far as what we're able to have as far as guns in our home. But let's continue this over here.
Time to do it because it was just few seconds.
But he aimed it at the group as if to shoot them.
And when they saw a gun, they immediately...
You did that as if I would have been blowing niggas down. Pause.
Turn around and go from my house.
Nothing but this family's sense of security was stolen.
I don't know how can I live. I think I need sessions for psychologists, for me, for myself, for my son, especially because he was scared.
Toronto police have not announced any arrests and say the investigation is ongoing. But this family story resembles several others City News has shared with you from other.
These guys went in with a hammer, not like a pow hammer, like a do you have a hammer? Like one of those hammers, like, or if I had a hammer, I would hammer in the basement. Remember that song? Like 4 of y'all niggas, no pow, whatless, useless youths.
Communities recently.
I'm not saying like go home and fade with the pow, like that's not right neither. Just go get a job, to be honest. But like if you're gonna do some shit, do it properly, bro.
A similar home invasion, in fact, in Markham occurred the very next day. In April, a group of men also armed with hammers entered a Scarborough home, injuring 2 residents. Back in Etobicoke, this mob.
Even if I didn't have the pow, bro, you're coming in with a hammer, I'm slicing your neck up, broski. I'm going savage, medieval in this bitch. Baseball bat out, flying, going crazy. Like, y'all better all be super surgical with them hammers, bro. Like, a hammer, like, you better be sick with it. You better have super aim, fling it across the room like a ninja star. A hammer, bro? Holy, bro. How much hot oil, how much different shit, acid, friggin' bleach I'm throwing in your face because all you got is a hammer? I'm sorry. Pause for the blowing them down. Pause. I'm just saying, though, if I have the blicky, holy, bare legas, bang, bang. I'm Call of Duty in these niggas, bro. Bang, bang. Duck hunt these niggas. Bang. Where are you going? Oh, you trying to get away on the porch? Bang. Hold that bitch. Holy, I'd have fun with it. Are you crazy? You come into my house and I have the blicky, and all you guys have is you're trying to help me do some renovations in the crib? Broski, I'm gonna renovate your life.
Blames the criminal justice system, saying more needs to be done to secure neighborhoods and increase punishment for criminals caught.
It's criminal situation in this country. It's terrible. I hope maybe.
What do these goofs think that they're? You guys are goofs. What were you guys gonna do with the hammer?
It's criminal situation.
Fam. 2 baseball bats to these guys' legs right here. Those hammers ain't doing shit. Oh my God. Yo, low-key, there's mans that could take these guys out with their bare hands. If that's all you're coming in with hammers, there's certain mans who love to fight, okay? That would fuck all 4 of these niggas up with their bare hands. Just for the fact that you came in with a hammer. Disrespect, bro. You didn't come in with a ting, bro, with a burner. You came in with a hammer, taking mans for soft or fool, bro. Holy shit, man. Choke the shit out of one of these niggas for that, bro. I'm actually getting aggravated that you guys didn't even have the respect to try to bring a toolie with you, bro. You trying to help these niggas put up pictures on the walls and shit.
It's terrible. I hope maybe government will see what's happened. I have hope.
Serve you right. Yo, they should have shot him in blood clot back.
Maybe government will change law. Yeah. So we pay taxes, we pay everything for security also, but no one secure us.
Anyone with information in any of these cases is asked to call Crime Stoppers or Toronto Police.
Bro,
if you
I feel like I'm getting so sidetracked on the wrong point of the story. But just the disrespect alone, I have the toolie. I might not even shoot it at you, bro. I might just gun butt you and just disrespect you. Like, bro, you came in here with a hammer? Pussy. You're like, what do you... Yo, you came in here with a hammer? Yo, what are you doing, bro? Waking up mans out of their sleep? Bang! Over your head, bro. What are you doing over here with a hammer? This is a hammer, nigga. This is a hammer. Bang! Over your head, bro. Are you stupid? Jesus Christ.
If you have an issue, story, or question you'd like us to look into, reach out by visiting the Speaker's Corner tab on the City News website. Pat Taney, City News.
Yeah. We need better self-defense laws, bro. Because like he pulled out the shotgun and he didn't let it off because I'm sure he was like, damn, I'm gonna go to jail if I do this. But if this guy was in like Florida or something like that, he would have been letting off, bro. Bang, 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 bang. 8 shots, 2 for each of you niggas. I'm sorry, bro. I have no sympathy for these guys, bro. Especially on top of the fact you disrespect me and come in my house and then you don't even bring a burner to try to come get me, bro. You came here with a hammer. You know what I'm saying? Trying to fix the nails in my wall, bro. Idiot thing, dog.
And they're all pretty significant.
Now, I only the lengths of the king. My bad. I don't even put that under dumbest criminals. I have to put that under most disrespectful criminals. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just disrespect, man. Here we go on the handguns. I'm going to give you guys a little bit more clarity, like I said, about handguns in Canada. I'm going to let Jordana Goldlist break it down. My bad. I went on a little bit of a rant right there, but like, bro, I'm sorry, fam, but like, that's just disrespectful, bro. Like, I'm not saying go into people's homes with guns. I'm not even saying that. But I'm just saying, bro, like, you guys are just such dumb criminals that, like, you're going into these situations where somebody's going to blow your head off, fam. So you're not even going to try to rob these places prepared. You're just, like, crashing out. Like, yo, fam, what do you want to do? Yo, let's go rob something today. What do you got in the crib? I got a screwdriver. No, that's not going to be enough. No, get some hammers. Let's go get some hammers, brethren. If they see us with the hammers, okay, then they're gonna get scared. Like, come on, G. A nigga with a gun sees you coming in with a hammer, bro. I eat that thing. But yes, just back to the gun laws, okay? Stupid ass niggas, bro. Things that are legal or illegal, just for lack of a better term. With the handguns, okay, because there's been an issue with handguns in Canada forever. From the time before I was a kid, there was an issue with handguns coming in from the United States.
Yes.
We have issues with self-defense laws and stuff like that. Should we legalize handguns in Canada again?
So I do think so. I think that we should have a better armed population and an intelligently armed population. I think that you can't be surprised with all of these home invasions when kids know that they can come into your home. Especially if you've got a liberal sign sitting on your lawn, you're not going to shoot them. There's no risk, and for anyone who's, under the.
Yeah, if you got that Carney sign on your lawn, oh yeah, I may as well go in there with a hammer. He ain't going to have a gun. Maybe. Right? If you got the Polyev sign on your lawn, oh, you're blicked up for sure.
The age of 18, they're probably not even going to jail.
When he was running. Yeah. And I see some wild shit on the news, the way that they just go into people's homes, take the car keys from in front of the house.
Our police are telling them telling homeowners to leave your cars at the front, your car keys at the front door.
To avoid altercations.
To avoid altercations. And then you see what they're saying in Florida. They're telling, their communities, come, we offer free firearm courses. We will teach you how to be a better shot.
Shoot them blood clots. Wild.
So I'm not saying that's the answer necessarily either, but I do think that we need to do a better job of. We can't live in a.
No, Jordana. I'll say the quiet part out loud. That's the answer. Give us the right to blow these niggas' heads off. Pause.
Society where only people who break the law are the ones with guns.
Yeah.
We just can't. And that's where we're at. And that's why we have so many home invasions. And that's why we have so many carjacking. Nobody's worried about getting shot back.
Yeah, we do. We definitely need to change that. With everything that you've done with your, no, she gave a better explanation on handguns being legal. She gave me some good insight on the Diddy case as well. Hold on, I'll find it. Oh, here we go.
So yes and no, he did beat it.
Okay.
It took 9 months. The Crown withdrew the charges, but that man went through.
I'm confused.
So.
Okay, so I'll play the rewind just a little bit. I'm confused.
So.
My bad.
Owner. He took his legal gun from wherever it was he stored it, loaded it, and came down to protect his home and his mother. And still got arrested, still went to jail, spent 6 weeks in jail, had to pay for a lawyer, I imagine. And ultimately, it took 9 months for a Crown to realize, oh shit, this was a case of self-defense. Like, how do you not?
So, okay, there's two questions that pop up in my mind because of this. One, you said he's a legal gun owner.
Correct.
Now, he used a handgun.
Yes.
But aren't we not allowed to have handguns in Canada?
No, we do.
Okay. So now I'm confused.
So Justin Trudeau and his infinite wisdom, and I say that, yes, he banned handguns in the summer of 2022. What he did was ban the importation, sale, and transfer of handguns. But for those of us who legally possessed handguns at the time, we can still have them.
We can keep them.
Correct.
Okay, so
handguns are not illegal in Canada, but currently, and hopefully at some point this changes, but for now it's illegal to import, sell, or transfer them.
Interesting. So they're not illegal to have them if you already have one. All right. But if you have one, you can't transport it around the city and stuff like that. So you can't run around with the blicky in your car, in the glove compartment. You can't transfer it to somebody else, meaning you can't give it to them as a gift and then transfer the ownership from you to your brother or to your dad or something like that. That's your gun. You're the only one who can have it. Handguns, rifles, and different things like that. That's a different story. But handguns, and Number 3, you cannot sell them. All right. So you can't sell a legal handgun to another legal handgun owner or a legal gun owner and say, you know what, I'll sell you my gun for $2,000. No, you know what? I'm upping the price. I'm going by street prices in my brain. My bad. I'll sell it to you for $700. Okay, I got a nice little revolver here. Okay, nice little 38, man. Still got the, still clean, man. And never shot it really too much. Only at the range, dude. I'll sell it to you for $750. Right? On Facebook Marketplace, for real. All right? You can't do that. It's illegal. So that's the only thing. So if you have a gun, like a handgun, hold on to it tight. You can't really bring it anywhere else, but that's yours. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to get rid of it, obviously. If you already have one previous to that law, you
Correct.
can keep it.
Correct.
But if
you
not,
can bring it to the range, you can shoot it at the range, you can use it as you did before, but you can't sell it or transfer it to someone else.
Interesting. So, and
which means that the only guns coming into Canada are illegal guns.
Basically.
Right.
Dun, dun, dun. Basically. And with that, I had a, all right. So there it is. Right. So this woman, this family, they were in their well right to be able to let off the ting and protect their family. Right. They had a shotgun. It wasn't a handgun. So it wasn't like the other incident that happened in Brampton, if I'm not mistaken, where the guy was protecting his home and he protected it with a handgun. He ended up having to do some time, but he beat the case. But he had to have a case to beat in the first place. So that shouldn't even be a thing. You should be able to do it like the baby did it when the people came into his backyard. You should be able to boom, boom, let off a few shots. Oh, I hit something. Damn. Okay. Call the cops. Those intruders, they're in my backyard right now bleeding. Hurry up. Okay. Bring some cleaning products, please. And that's it. That's you know what I'm saying? Go on about your day. Deal with the trauma with a therapist, basically. But yeah, salute to that family right there. You know what I mean? Hopefully that they're not dealing with they are dealing with the trauma, but hopefully there's something that they can get over in the future. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what we got for today. It's a little bit under 3 hours. I didn't go crazy with the 4-hour live this week. I'm dropping an interview tomorrow morning with the homie Rez, the creator of the Box Cutter film. We had a great conversation, like I said, beyond just the film itself, just about OTA Live and them being the first breakdown videos, podcast type of radio show that was going on in the city. So look out for that. Great conversation. It's dropping 3 a.m. on all audio platforms, and we back over here 6 p.m. for the premiere. All right. Until then, we are off of this. Deuces.